Welcome to Ultimate Autographs. If you were looking for the internet's most exciting and interactive live break room, then you have come to the right place. We are opening live break mystery boxes featuring the biggest names from across the sports world every single day. If you're new to breaking with us, we can help break it down and make it as easy to understand as possible. First, head over to the live break page and look for a series that suits your interest. Most of our series will have 8 spots, which represent the 8 NFL divisions, but other sports breaks or mixers may vary. If you purchase one spot, that means you have a 1 in 8 chance to win that item at an extremely discounted rate. Next, click Add to Cart to purchase your live break spot. Once you've completed your checkout, tune into the next available live breaks broadcast on Facebook, Twitch, or YouTube at noon, 3, or 6 p.m. Central Time any day of the week. As you watch, you will see your name appear on the screen when your specific break begins. Your name will go into the randomizer and will be randomized a specific amount of times based on that evening's dice roll number. Once randomization is over, the list of names of people that bought into that live break will be matched up with a specific division. If the item that is pulled from the mystery box matches your division, congratulations, you just won an incredible piece of signed memorabilia. Want to guarantee yourself an item as opposed to testing your luck? Some of the series that you see on the live break page can be purchased under the mystery box tab of our website. Those boxes could either be shipped directly to your door or open live on the air before being sent to you. While you are there, make sure to sign up for our Signature Points Club. This exclusive club earns you points toward specific discounts, signed items, or exclusive events each and every time you buy at ultimateautographs.com. The moment you have been waiting for has come. Let's break some signed memorabilia.
Welcome into the Ultimate Autographs live break room. Chinmay and Ricky here on Saturday at noon. Just like the last 2 weeks, we've started off with a bang here. As you can see, the red sign behind me. Our Gunners with a 2-0 victory today over Leicester earlier this morning. So we're off to a good start here on Saturday and feeling pretty good.
But I was nervous.
Yeah, look, there's never an Arsenal match where you're not nervous. Let me tell you, there's never an Arsenal match when things just are calm and easy. That can never happen. But
what is it, Murphy's Law? What will go wrong
can't
go wrong?
Something like that. Let's get the show set up here. We'll start with our dice roll, and we're looking for something
Feeling
6 or higher.
Feeling 7 today.
8.
Okay, close.
So close enough. So we'll go with 8 on the dice roll.
Probably better for your finger that it's I was trying to go better for your finger, less clicks. But the dice are like Chinmay can handle it.
Yeah, you can do that. And we'll set up the chase wheel spin as well.
I will say this. Want to add the HB room?
I was gonna say let me add.
Or do we make the HB room the automatic chase? It's up to you.
I'm going to add it here.
Okay.
And we'll see what happens.
I like the wheel. I like the idea of letting the wheel decide.
Practice squad is the
Hot
chase.
series.
All right. So be chasing the practice squad here. I believe there's a practice squad already ready to go. So that'll be something that we'll get to. Before we jump into some of the rakes, I know that we didn't get a chance to talk about, or you probably got a chance to talk about it, but I didn't get a chance to ask your thoughts on the Super Bowl, which happened last Sunday. Obviously, the Eagles with a huge victory over the Chiefs. I don't think the final score line really showed how dominant that win was for Philadelphia. Your thoughts on what happened and kind of where both teams go from that Super Bowl?
The better team won. When you can win a game and not have to blitz once and could just rush with your front four, you're the better team. You won the game. And that's what the Eagles were. Chiefs will be back. Bills, you'll still have to worry. Ravens, you'll still have to worry. The Bengals, you won't have to worry. You got Joe Burrow. But Chiefs will be back.
Yeah.
They're going to be locked and loaded, ready to go. They're going to fix the problems. Mahomes, probably the worst game we've ever seen Mahomes play, but when you don't have time to, do anything, and you got to be Russell Wilson out there, it's going to happen. So they'll bounce back. They'll be fine.
I think this was similar to the Super Bowl that they lost against the Bucks, where Mahomes basically had no time to throw,
except no ankle injury,
and wasn't injured. And I think he had Tyreek Hill in that game, so his receiving corp was much better than it was this year. But again, they're getting Rashee Rice back, Xavier Worthy, another offseason with Mahomes. They draft another receiver. Who knows?
Could we see them reunited with Tyreek Hill?
Maybe
via trade.
Potentially, we could see that. So Chiefs will definitely be back. Eagles now have finally kind of got that monkey off their back a little bit, and I think now they're like everything after this is gravy now for Jalen Hurts and the Eagles, and they're set up very well to keep this going.
The only thing is, I can't wait to see the rivalry between Jaden Daniels and the Eagles increase, because I don't think that is going to be the last time we see Commanders Eagles with Jaden Daniels in the playoffs.
Yeah. So we do have some breaks that have been pre-filled. So let's get to that. So we got a slab. This is the first slab that I'll be opening here.
They're really cool. It was my first slab yesterday. Used to do this series here at UA, bringing it back. 3 headliners left: Joe Montana, Lawrence Taylor, and my boy Randy Moss.
All right, so, that's not good.
Hit login. That's never happened to me. There we go.
All right, so if you're in the slab single and you're out there, Sonny K. McDowell, Tyler Jackson, Jeffrey Lear. Jeffrey, welcome to the UA Break Room. Let us know what team you support, how you heard about Ultimate Autographs. Joshua Cook, Michael Convey, Corey Schilling. If any of you guys are out there, go ahead and drop me a box number for this slab single. I want to, while we're waiting for them, I have good news and I have bad news. The bad news is that there's no Patrick Mahomes in the room right now. I think the powers that be saw 2 in a row on the last 2 Saturdays and thought that was enough. So there's no Patrick Mahomes to be open in the room.
Conlon was like, the QB room, I believe, had a Patrick Mahomes.
Okay.
And he goes, we can't leave that for
Can't leave it for Saturday.
We'll leave the running backs for them. We can't have the Mahomes coming out third box.
So the bad news is that there will not be a Mahomes pull today. The good news is that there's a brand new running back room series, 20 helmets, 15 headliners, 12 photoed headliners, 6 speed flexes in those 12 photoed headliners. Really strong collection there. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and hop in to that break. All right, Joshua here. Joshua, go if you're in this break.
Joshua Cook.
Go ahead and drop me a number, or we can go to the wheel. It's your call. Anyone else who's out there watching and in this break, Sonny K. McDowell, Tyler Jackson, Jeffrey Lear, Michael Convey, Corey Schilling, Joshua Cook. Go ahead and drop me a box number, or we will go to the wheel.
I'm going to ask you your prediction real quick. I'm not putting money on the game, but starting up very soon, 12 p.m. game. It's the Four Nations tournament for the NHL for their All-Star break. Give me your gut reaction. Finland, Sweden, who wins the noon game?
I saw
both lost their first game.
I saw the U.S. beat Finland, right, in the first game. Yeah, I'm gonna say Finland bounces back and wins today.
Finland, it was weird because they probably should have won that game, but we just explode. I say we because Americans. We just exploded in the third period. He goes,
all right,
wheel,
Joshua
please.
says wheel, so we'll go to the wheel here.
He goes, I'm indecisive. Don't worry,
Nothing
Josh.
wrong with that.
I am also indecisive.
Nothing wrong with being indecisive. We'll go to the wheel, and the wheel says 19, and 19 is not available. Closest number is 20, so 20 will be the box.
20's a little closer than 3.
It is. It is. All right, let's randomize these guys up. We're at 8 on the dice roll. Michael Convey in the NFC North, Joshua Cook in the NFC South and the AFC North, Corey Schilling in the NFC East, Jeffrey Lear, new customer in the NFC West, Sonny K. McDowell in the AFC South, Tyler Jackson, you've got the AFC East and the AFC West.
I'm excited. It's your first slab break.
I'm excited. I don't know what's going to be in here. We got the Hall of Fame safety. This is him on a Steelers card.
Okay.
But I remember him as a Raider. Rod Woodson.
Finds me wherever I go in the break room, even when I'm producing.
I believe he has the Hall of Fame inscription. Is this a Hall of Fame 09, I believe? Mm-hmm. Looking like it. Joshua Cook, he was indecisive on the wheel.
The wheel
but
provided.
Hey, the wheel provides for him. Joshua Cook with a Rod Woodson slab.
Look at that. Look at that. The slab.
You got so this card is from 1988. Mm-hmm. So we got the stats on the back from 1988.
Does it say in the top right on the card front, like where the Beckett? Does it say
it says
what
a
type?
Beckett,
like in the top left.
It says 1989 score.
Okay, so it's a scorecard.
Scorecard.
Cool.
Beckett certified.
Mm-hmm. Because some of them that we were pulling out yesterday will say like top score. Will actually say what card it is. Other ones just say trading card.
Right. Of course, I pull off the wrong post-it. Doesn't have anything on it.
But he wanted the wheel, and the wheel provided. Congrats, Joshua Cook. The Rod Woodson slab. That means now 50% chance of a headliner in those slabs. 3 headliners,
so 6 boxes left in the slabs, and 3 headliners. Joe Montana, Lawrence Taylor, and Randy Moss.
Pull your 84 jerseys out. I'm back home. Pull your 84 jerseys out. Were you into those for Sports Center when they had DJ Steve Porter?
I don't think so. No.
Had the Tim Tebow one. He's a gamer. He's a playmaker. Back when Skip was on First Take, when the world was right.
Yeah.
When the world was right.
We've got a jersey break coming up. Before we get to the jersey break, let's just quickly break down the board here real quick.
Hit me.
Because I want to mention the vault. The vault, there are 7 boxes left in the vault. 6 headliners. 3 speed flexes. Derrick Henry, Tyreek Hill, and Malik Neighbors. You got Bijan Robinson, Jordan Love, and Terrell Davis as the other headliners, but only 7 boxes in that vault. And the one box that does not have a headliner will have a vault key, a $50 vault key. So pretty much anything good that can be in that vault will be there in these last 7. I also want to mention the minis. There are only 2 boxes left in the minis, and both are headliners, LT and DJ Moore. So while you won't be able to double up because there will be no crossover with the divisions there, you would get a headliner if you were to get into the minis.
And I'm looking right now, 5 to go in those minis.
Okay, 5 to go in the minis. So, and if you're looking at a headliner, though, like the minis, the vault, and our backfield series that we just dropped, again, 20 boxes, 15 headliners, 6 speed flexes in there, with the Emmitt Smith speed flex probably being the most coveted there. I'll get you a look on that after we do this jersey break here.
4 to go in that vault single too.
Okay.
And I just looked at the chat. Joshua Cook going, damn.
All right, jersey break.
And now it looks like that vault signal might be 1 to go. Wes O'Brien jumping in saying, I'll take 3.
Thank you, Wes. All right, Colin Logue, Maria Molina, Jeffrey Lear, Joshua Cook, Michael Convey, Corey Schilling, Bob Paulilunas, and Rob Barnett in this jersey single. If any of you guys are out there, give me a box number for the jersey single. Grim Reaper, Chinmay in the driver's seat. What's up, guys? What's up, Reaper?
Michael Grimm, what up,
I've
Michael?
been in the driver's seat for the last 2 Saturdays at noon at least. We've jumped over. We've switched at 3 p.m. Unfortunately, there's no Mahomes for me to pull. I was talking about this earlier. There's no Mahomes for me to pull today.
I wanted to see if we can keep the streak going.
Yeah, 2 was 2 times too many, I think, for the powers that be. They didn't want a chance a third time.
We're like, we can't let this guy get all the Mahomes love.
Yeah. He worked last weekend.
And one to go in that vault single. Double checked on it. 1 to go. So who's going to be the closer in that vault single?
Closer Magic, potentially.
I mean, you're guaranteed either a headliner or a $50 gift card. Coming out of the box.
Yeah.
That's what I should say. Coming out of the box. Not guaranteed the win because there are 8 spots.
Mm-hmm. All right, we'll give these guys a couple more minutes here on this box number for the jerseys.
Bada bing, bada boom. John Krotz, I think is how you say it. Krotz.
John Krotz, he jumped in the chat. He said he closed the vault.
Closing out that single. So this is going to be the last single for this vault.
Okay.
Because, quad is 4,
Quad
double is 6, single brings it up to 7.
Yeah.
All we have left. So this will be the last single.
Yeah, and depending on what happens here, that double and quad could be all headliners.
Absolutely.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and go to the wheel.
You're all good.
Haven't seen any numbers come out, so we'll go to the wheel on the jersey.
Everyone's a little shy this morning.
Still waking up a little bit.
I say morning. It's morning for me. I'd usually be waking
32.
up at 32.
And 32 is available. 32 is available in the jerseys. So we will go with that. Eight clicks on the dice.
Size of this jersey box, is it going to be a small pizza or a medium pizza? Small pizza, right?
Yeah, I think so. It's a little bit wider than I think a small pizza would be, but yeah, I think so. Okay. I think small. Yeah. Jeffrey Lear, new customer in the NFC North. Rob Barnett in the NFC South. Colin Logue in the NFC East. Joshua Cook in the NFC West. Maria Molina, also new customer. Welcome, Maria. Let us know what your favorite team is and how you heard about Ultimate Autographs. Bob Polylunas in the AFC South. Michael Convey in the AFC East. And Corey Schilling out there in the AFC West on this jersey break. We've got a headliner, Ricky.
I was going to say,
We've got a headliner.
Yesterday, Robbie and I did 3 boxes. They were all headliners.
And this puts my jersey folding skills to the early test.
That's what we like. We
Michael
like
Irvin on the Cowboys.
Just talking about him earlier today.
Part of that Hall of Fame trio for the Cowboys in the 1990s. Also had a great cameo on The Longest Yard. If you're not a Cowboys fan, but you're a big movie fan, you'll recognize Michael Irvin from The Longest Yard.
Obviously on NFL Game Day for the NFL Network.
Yeah. Colin Logue, congratulations on the Michael Irvin.
He was almost a guy that played in the 80s, the 90s, and the 2000s. The last year, though, was in 1999. One of the few players, though, that played his entire career with one team.
Yeah. I think, Emmett didn't. Emmett ended up moving on to the Cardinals, but Aikman, Irvin, and Emmett, almost all 3 of them could have been all with the Cowboys.
Emmett had other things on his mind. He's like, I'm not done yet, folks.
Write that up for Colin Michael.
But we were talking about Michael Irvin before the show, actually, because when it comes to signatures, Michael Irvin's always confuses me because it literally doesn't look like Michael Irvin.
It's hard to tell.
I was like, "Who's RR?"
Looks like either a
that's
P
Michael
or an
Irvin.
R.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, definitely hard to tell as far as the signature goes.
Well, Chinmay, do you want me to surprise you, or do you want me to spoil the surprise now?
We can dealer's choice, I guess.
Guess who's in the next vault?
Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick Mahomes is in the
Okay,
next
I lied.
vault.
There may be a Mahomes to pull. There may be a Mahomes to pull
On a custom.
if we get through the current vault. The next vault does have a Patrick Mahomes.
I looked and I go,
jersey.
"Yep, that is a Patrick Mahomes in the next
So-
vault."
Or sorry, not a jersey. Does have Patrick Mahomes in the next vault. So if you guys believe that I only pull Mahomes, or I always pull Mahomes,
You do have a perfect track record.
I have an excellent track record.
2 for 2
100%.
Mahomes.
I have a 100% track record on a very small sample size of pulling Patrick Mahomes. So if we get through the double and the quad on the vault and bring out the new vault, which does have Mahomes, there's a good possibility
That's coming
that
out.
Mahomes comes out early in that vault. Congratulations, Colin. Michael Irvin jersey.
I just love that I looked and I was like, "Yep, there he is."
It's important that you look because I said, I started off the show saying bad news. There's no Mahomes to pull, but
Now it's good news.
if we get through the vaults, there will be a Mahomes to pull. We've got a practice squad coming up.
Double
box in the practice squad coming up.
Three flexes. A lot of headliners left, but 3 flexes left still here in the practice vault. Roger Staubach, Ricky Williams, and Mean Joe Green.
Charles Quint, Joshua Cook, Michael Convey, David Murak, and Bradley Williams. If you guys are out there, go ahead and drop me 2 box numbers for this practice squad double. 20 boxes to go in the practice squad, which is the chase for the noon show, and 11 headliners in that practice squad. Roger Staubach, as Ricky mentioned, on the speed flex. Ricky Williams also on the speed flex. Joe Green on the speed flex. Bradley is saying the wheel ×2. I'm surprised. Bradley normally goes with some lucky numbers of his.
He usually goes with Luna's birthday. Luna, right?
6
Bradley?
and 27.
6.
That's what Bradley usually goes
okay.
with.
I was like,
If the wheel spins 6 and 27,
it's done it before.
then-
It did it for Common and I. It done it before.
All right, so the first number is 8.
Not.
And 8 is available, so unfortunately we won't have
Not
6 and 27. So we'll go with 8 and very close to 26 was the second spin, and 26 is also 26 is also available. 8 and 26. Close to 6 and 27, but not quite there. David, Bradley hit me first with the wheel ×2, so we went with Bradley's numbers. I appreciate you dropping those numbers, but unfortunately Bradley got in the chat first and said wheel. Jacom, whoop whoop whoop, cheers,
Yes,
peeps.
Gomez, baby.
Hope all is well. Thank you, Jacom. Hope all is well with you.
This one goes out for all my juggalos and juggalettes. Whoop, whoop.
Go to the randomizer here.
I'll say one band I did not get into as a kid was the Insane Clown Posse.
I'm not really a big music person in terms of like following bands or like artists as such. I pretty much like listen to the radio, and if it if it sounds good,
If you do this,
I
if your
vibe,
head's
yeah.
bouncing, you're
Yeah.
like, cool. Okay, I got this.
All right, practice squad double. Here we go. Charles, you've got the NFC North. Bradley, you're in the NFC South. David in the NFC East. Bradley again in the NFC West. Joshua Cook in the AFC North. Charles in the AFC South and the AFC West as well, and Michael Convey in the AFC East. We'll start with box 8 here in the practice squad. I have no idea what this is, honestly, because it's not a mini helmet.
I have an idea of what it could be, but we'll have to see.
Wow. It's a card. It's a card. One of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. He's a headliner in several series, but he's not a headliner in this series, surprisingly.
Okay.
It's a Joe Montana card.
Ooh. He's a headliner in that Slab series.
He's a headliner in the Slab. He's a headliner in the Diamonds. He is a headliner, I believe, in
dude.
the
He should be a headliner in this series.
He should be a headliner in this series,
so that is
but
a
he's not.
headliner hit.
But it's a headliner hit nonetheless.
Because if you pull up the website, that card is pictured.
Okay, so yeah, I was like, there's no way, because I was looking at the board. I was like, there's no way that Joe Montana, even though it's a card.
Yeah.
I mean, it says first ballot. It's a first ballot Hall of Fame card. It's 2022 score. Beckett cert. Congratulations to Bradley Williams. The wheel delivers for Bradley.
Look at that.
Jay August saying turned it around. I got you, Jay.
And Chinmay, I know that handwriting. You know who to put the blame on. Dom is never gonna let me write headliners before the Friday night show ever again.
Chacom says that's sweet. Congrats. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I was surprised that that wasn't listed as a headliner, but I guess we're gonna correct ourselves here and say
that's got
to be a headliner.
That's my handwriting. I know it. I wrote. Is it my? Yeah, that is my handwriting. Wrote it for Dom yesterday. I'm double checking. Yeah, Joe Montana. That's a photo headliner.
Put this back in the box. And we got one more to go in this practice squad double. Box 26. Omar saying, sweet hit Bradley. Bradley saying, thanks all. This is not a card. I can tell you that this one is, in fact, a mini helmet. It is also 49er.
Bang, bang.
So Bradley is doubling up here. The wheel ×2 delivers for Bradley. Although I don't know that this 49er has received that much love this past season. It is Jake Moody.
Ooh.
The kicker.
Definitely has not
49ers
received love this year.
This past season, Jake Moody struggled a little bit this past season, and the 49ers in general struggled to kind of get over a lot of injuries that occurred. Jake Moody, I believe, even at one point lost his job late in the season. He had that mix-up with Debo on the sidelines. George Kittle kind of defended him. J.J. Watt didn't specifically, talk about Moody, but talked about defending kickers. It's like the loneliest job if you miss.
Especially college kickers.
Bradley saying, I'll take the double up. Yeah, you take what you can. And, hey, maybe there's a Michigan fan out there who really loves Jake Moody. And Jake Moody was a very successful college kicker and who could still very well be a successful NFL kicker. Everyone goes through those struggles. I mean, even Justin Tucker went through his worst season probably, at least from range.
Well,
he was missing
And now people are, and I'm not going to get into details, but now people are saying we know why.
Yeah. And, there are things that were going on with Justin. And but again, things can change here in the NFL. Things can change all the time. And we'll see if Jake Moody can bounce back from the rough season that he had in 2024.
I'll say this. The one thing I can't wait again is when Deebo Samuel is a headliner hit again, because there is too many times I'm pulling him out of the bonus bangers and I'm going, this is Deebo Samuel. Niners need to be respected.
He might no longer be a 49er.
True.
So
True.
you could be pulling Deebo on a different team.
One day he is tradable, the other day he's not, then he is again.
Congratulations to Bradley on the double up there. Joe Montana card and a Jake Moody mini helmet. Specify that it's mini.
Bang, bang.
You said the vault closed out.
Yep, vault single.
All
so
right,
we'll be doing a vault single.
Let's get the vault single going.
And the other two, double and quad, wide open. Wide open in the vault. So we'll see here. If that vault key comes out, that'll be
that'll be the frenzy for 6 headliners and 6 boxes. Yeah.
So that'll be 6.
And Ricky did scope that in the next vault. There is a Patrick Mahomes.
I was going to say, and then it'll be a race to Mahomes as well.
And that race will be, if the last 2 Saturdays have been any indication, that will be a very short race.
I will say this. How much will the race get longer? Because the first time we had Mahomes with you in the room, first box.
Yeah, it was like second or third. It was first 5 boxes for sure.
Yeah, I think it was first box when we had the dual signed. But then the next one, which was last week, waited until the 3rd box. So if the pattern goes, he won't come out till the 5th box.
Yeah. All right, so if you're in this vault single, Michael Convey, Tyler Hartman, Wesley O'Brien, John Krotz, go ahead and drop me a box number if you're out there. Your vault single break is happening.
All hell is going to break loose if we do the 5th box in that new vault and you pull Mahomes. if it actually, like, all hell is going to break loose.
Tyler is saying 9 in the vault, and 9 is available, Tyler, so we'll get that. Thank you, Tyler. Go to the list. John, I see the 8, but Tyler was first in the chat with 9. We go with the first box number that we see. Michael Convey, you've got the NFC North. Wesley O'Brien, you've got the NFC South, the NFC West, and the AFC East. Tyler, you are in the NFC East and the AFC West. And John, you are in the AFC North. Michael Convey, you've also got the AFC South. Den McKeon in the chat is saying, live break double box mini, when does this happen? I am new to this. Okay, so basically the break will only happen. There's 8 spots in every break, Den, and once the 8 spots fill up, that's when the break will happen. So you've bought a spot in the mini break, and I believe there are 4 spots to go in that mini break. I can double check here real quick. So once those 4 other spots fill up, Jesus, I hate this. I hate when that happens on the website. All right, I'm just gonna X out of that. So basically, when I pull up the website, when you pull up the website, our live broadcast comes up unmuted on the website for some reason. What you can
do is click in the bottom corner on the computer and mute the.
I'm gonna do that right now.
And then.
Yeah. That would have been nice to know.
Should be 4 to go.
20 seconds ago. Okay, so basically, Den. So if 4 more people
put up the randomizer to show them. Don't mean to tell you what to do, but
no, we already did the randomizer.
No, I mean to show them the website, to show them like what you're talking
okay. About. So basically, this is where I'm assuming you've already bought the break.
Dennis.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dennis bought it in a spot.
So Dennis is in already. So if we look down here on this mini, it says 4 slots remaining. So once those 4 slots get filled up, the break will happen because all 8 spots have been filled. So you've got a spot right now, Dennis, but the break won't happen until all the spots are filled up. Thank you for the question, though. And
then it just
let us know what your favorite team is. You're new to this. Let us know what your favorite team is. Let us know how you heard about Ultimate Autographs.
And then you're watching right now. The process we're doing right now is just how the break will work. Call for a box number, randomize divisions, and now open the box, see what's inside.
All right. Vault box number 9.
Only difference is mini will be 2 boxes.
Yeah. This is the last vault single in the current series.
Yep, just a double and a quad.
I don't see a vault key in here, which means that this will be a headliner hit. But which headliner will it be?
Which headliner? Who could it be now?
Woo-hoo! This is nice.
We're going to get some fire for you.
One of the best rookie receivers in the NFL this season. Superstar out of LSU. It is Malik Neighbors.
My fantasy wide receiver, baby. Oh, and the Lawrence
On the New York
Taylor.
Giants.
I always call this either the Lawrence Taylor lid or the Bill Parcells lid.
It is a bit of an old school Giants helmet. It's got the full Giants wording on there, not your typical NY.
Now here's
It's also got an inscription.
I was going to ask. Here's the question for you. What's the inscription say? I've been waiting for it.
2024, 109 catches, 1,204 receiving yards. It also says RR. And I have no idea what that means.
Let me see. RR.
Rookie something? It's got to be rookie something.
Rookie record.
Rookie record.
Also, you want to know what
Rookie
I just,
record. Congratulations, Tyler Hartman. He
Also,
called the box.
Look at what I
He
just
called the
noticed.
box.
Look at the back of that lid in the corner. What does it say?
It says 312.
Show that off. That is there are only 12 of these that exist, and this is the 3rd one.
So Tyler,
3
he
of
called the
12.
box, got in the break, and pays off for him with Malik Neighbors on the old school Giants helmet. It's also got a visor on it. This is more of a built. This is less of a kind of outsized visor because of the way the face mask is.
Yep.
But that is a very nice looking lid.
Don't see that much with the numbered. So, congratulations. Only 12 of them in the world, and you got one of them. You got the 3rd one he ever signed.
Write that up for Tyler. The way you Grim Reaper saying box collar magic. Hey, look, Bradley went to wheel twice and doubled up in the last practice squad. Tyler calls the box here and gets a Malik Neighbors speed flex, the headliner hit in the vault. So now 6 boxes to go in the vault.
5 headliners.
5 headliners in the vault, and the non-headliner box is going to have a $50 vault key. So the boxes that come out of this vault here are all going to be great. And then, once we get in the new vault series, then we got Mahomes in the next vault series.
And to explain to anyone who's new, the vault key, usually we have 5 of them, 50, 200s, a 200, a 300. Whoever basically wins the helmet. So basically, if the helmet comes out and it's a Chief helmet, whoever's in the NFC West gets the helmet, gets a vault key. In this case, it's the only one. So box A's the automatic one will go to, but usually you get to pick which one you want, A, B, C, D, or E. And you get a gift card from UA with the money inside. So someone will be getting in that one a helmet plus a $50 gift card.
Go ahead and backfill these real quick.
You good?
Was the slab was Rod Woodson?
Yep.
Yeah.
Looking at the break room also, guys. 4 to go in those minis. Vault is wide open in the double and the quad. Slab double box is 5 to go. Also, that running back room, Bob's waiting for players. He's sitting in the single. 20 boxes, 15 headliners, all authentics or better in that running back.
Tyler,
series.
LFG Neighbors. That's right, Tyler.
My fantasy
Box caller magic. Yeah, and hey, look, and Malik Neighbors, he put up rookie record with basically nothing at quarterback. And look, I'm a Mizzou guy. Drew Lock is my guy. Drew Lock set the SEC touchdown record when he was a senior or junior, I believe. That has since been broken. But Drew Lock is nothing special as a NFL starting quarterback. You want to get him as a backup. Common and I always joke that you want to get a Mizzou quarterback as your backup so you can win the Super Bowl.
Okay.
Chase won it with the Saints. Blaine won it twice with the sorry, not twice, but Blaine won it with the Bucks. So if you get Drew Lock as your backup quarterback, then you have a chance
then why didn't
to win the Super Bowl.
Is he still on the Broncos roster?
Lock?
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
No, he's on the Giants.
Okay. Because he's been a guy went to
the
Seattle,
Giants signed him. The Giants signed him to be their backup to Daniel Jones, and they thought, hey, look, the formula was there. Daniel Jones could potentially lead them to a Super Bowl, but I guess that didn't happen. So maybe the Giants are the exception to that Mizzou backup quarterback rule.
So he started out with the Broncos.
Yeah, started out with the
went
Broncos.
to the Seahawks. Now with the Giants.
Yeah. John is saying who's left in the vault. So 6 boxes left in the vault, as we mentioned. The headliners left: Bijan Robinson, Tyreek Hill, Derrick Henry, Jordan Love, and Terrell Davis. Now, the Tyreek Hill and Derrick Henry helmets are both speed flexes. So that is what is left in the vault. I'm going to highlight this backfield series that we've got. So this is the new series that we've got 20 boxes in this series, 15 headliners, 12 photoed headliners. And the one I really want to highlight is that Emmitt Smith ripped helmet. That thing is sick. Take a look at this. You've got the Emmitt Smith decal on the front. You've got the Florida Gators logo and the Dallas Cowboys logo, with the Gators ripped on the top, and it looks like it's not it looks like the same shade as the Salute to Service lids as far as the NFL color scheme goes. But I think they're really trying to highlight the Florida in this with Emmitt Smith. So that is what is in this series, the running backfield series that we've got in the room. 20 boxes, 15 headliners in that series. So that is the new series that is in the room.
Absolutely love that, Emmett. I love how, like I said, the Gator looks like he's coming out of the middle of that star.
If you guys are wondering how to get into these breaks, I'm going to drop the live break page in the chat. This is where you guys can get into these breaks.
Let's get into it. That vault, though. 5 headliners?
5 headliners
2
left in the
speed
vault.
flexes?
And the box that does not have a headliner will have a $50 vault key. And that vault key is basically a $50 gift card to use here at Ultimate Autographs.
You know what inscription that Malik Neighbors helmet is missing? It's missing one key inscription.
Beats me.
Week 18, 36.1 fantasy points. You're welcome, Ricky, for helping you win your championship.
Yeah. That was an insane game. I saw a rumor that the Giants, and this is again a crazy rumor because I also don't think the Rams are going to trade Matthew Stafford, even though there seems to be traction on that.
There's rumors that
there's a rumor that the Giants or the Rams want the number 3 pick for Matthew Stafford,
which is worth.
And look, I mean, Stafford only has maybe a couple years left. If I'm the Giants, I'm doing that deal.
I am.
That's not even a question.
The other thing I think about too is, like, how insane would this be? And this is like, I think as a football fan here, like, so let's say the Titans, a lot of things can change until draft time.
Yeah.
But let's just say Cam Ward's their guy.
Okay.
The Browns are probably going to go Abdul Carter because Myles Garrett, who's coming up in that next vault also, he wants a trade.
Yeah.
So you're losing him. Let's just get the top edge rusher. If the Giants trade Matthew Stafford and the Rams get Shadur Sanders, could you feel Shadur's aura, his hype in a city like LA? Come on. It'd
be crazy.
It's picture perfect.
It'd be crazy. Yeah. And look, Chuck Quint, Charles is saying, did I win something this morning? Charles, do you have an order number for us?
Chuck got.
If you have an order number, that would be helpful to look up if you've won something. This morning, I doubt, because because this is the first show today.
Chuck was in that practice squad double.
Yeah, he was. I saw that he was in the practice squad double.
Yeah.
Chuck, you were in the practice squad double. Unfortunately, you did not win in the practice squad double. Bradley Williams.
I'm like, I didn't win.
No. Yeah, Ricky didn't
That's
win.
impossible.
Bradley doubled up in that practice squad with a Joe Montana card and a Jake Moody mini helmet. So unfortunately, Charles, you did not win something this morning. But you were in the break. Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, Bradley happened to double up with one of his spots.
Both with the NFC West? But yeah, that would just be insane. Like, because they're going to trade Cooper Kupp.
They're looking to trade Cooper Kupp.
Going to.
Looking to trade Cooper Kupp. And yeah, I mean, I'm curious as to why the Rams are even doing that, actually. The NFL business can sometimes be very odd because for me, the Rams, look, even there was questions about whether McVay was going to keep coaching. They have a star-studded offense. Their defense just showed up in a massive way this season. They were 10 yards away from going to overtime against the Super Bowl champion Eagles.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're thinking about potentially blowing this up.
They dominated us, and let's be honest, Sam Darnold was seeing ghosts. Not going to put everything. They played a great game, but we played bad as well.
When they're healthy, they're definitely Super Bowl contenders. Yeah. I mean, they won a Super Bowl with Stafford, Cooper Kupp, and Sean McVay.
Unless they think Puka can be the guy,
but
and they don't
I think Puka can be the guy, and I don't think they necessarily need Cooper Kupp.
Yeah,
but I think when you're in this window of Stafford having probably only 2 years left, what are you trying to do here?
Yeah,
Sean McVay basically traded in his career and his legacy for Matthew Stafford. I don't know what he's thinking about in terms of getting a different quarterback. And again, the NFL world, they look at the cap and they look at things differently, and it's a hard cap, so sometimes you got to make tough decisions, but I would try to figure it out. I would try to restructure some deals. I would try to figure out and see if they can get this thing going.
I'll say this.
They're on a short list of Super Bowl contenders when healthy.
Jonathan Jenkins are clapping cheeks in the chat, getting into that halfback series double box where we do have a Eric Dickerson, Marshall Faulk dual sign on the Rams. Lunar, I believe.
Rams lid dual signed in that new halfback series. So thank you, Jonathan, for getting into that.
I mean, I know we're talking about the Rams. The one thing I just keep looking over. I think that's the only Ram headliner we have in the room right now. Because
I see Eric Dickerson in the practice squad, but that's a Colt.
That's helmet. A Colt, and the great thing about that, it's our first Rave lid we're getting in the room.
All right.
They are. Once I've seen these things, I was like, I can't wait for them to be in the break room. They're here. I love the Raves. I'm basically calling them my Crayola because they look like looks like someone colored them in with crayon colors.
Right.
That's how bright those colors look on the Rave.
Bradley in the chat saying he's got a Saquon and an AJ Brown I'm looking to move. I got some other helmets, including flexes. Email me if interested.
AJ Brown.
It's going to be a pretty price to pay for those, especially after the Super Bowl. I'm guessing that's Saquon on an Eagles lid.
Double?
Huh?
I said David also getting 2 into the practice squad
Okay.
double. Bringing
Yeah.
that down
Practice
to
squad
6.
is in the chase. So again, that'll be part of the chase wheel spin at the end of the show. Got to think that's a Saquon Eagles lid that he's talking about.
Gotta be. It's gotta be. Unless it's a Penn State lid. I don't see many of those though.
We haven't seen a lot of Penn State lids. At least I haven't seen a lot
Yeah.
of Penn State lids.
No, I have not seen a lot of Penn State. Honestly, the guy in the break room that I see come through Penn State lids the most, take a wild guess. If you had to pick one athlete you think signs on Penn State the most.
Micah Parsons.
No. AFC.
Ah,
He's in the AFC.
he's in the AFC.
Offensive player.
Offensive player in the AFC. Current player.
Current, yep.
Current player. Yeah, I have no clue.
Pat Fryermuth.
Really? Okay.
He's the guy I see on Penn State the most,
Okay.
is Pat Fryermuth. Jerseys sneakily getting more and more filled.
Okay.
We just pulled a headliner in the jerseys not too long ago.
Yeah, Michael Irvin.
Michael Irvin.
In the jerseys, Joe Montana is there.
Mm-hmm.
We pull. So Joe Montana. We're gonna say that he is a headliner in the practice squad that was pulled.
Because he's on the
So we're
picture.
down to 10 headliners in the practice squad in 19 boxes. Or no, 18 boxes, right? Because it was a double.
We're still gonna say 11
Okay.
because they never counted it because I forgot to put it on.
Okay.
So it's still 11.
So
We were
11
at
and 18.
12.
So
Yeah.
11 and 18, which is also a pretty good ratio.
Mm-hmm.
Not quite as good as the running back room or the vault. The vault is definitely the best ratio right now. If you guys are looking to get into something with guaranteed either a vault key
Mm-hmm.
or a headliner to come out of each box, that would be the vault. I believe there's a double and a quad left in that vault. So that would be the one to get into if you guys are interested in chasing something with a headliner or that vault. And if you don't get a headliner, you're likely getting that vault key.
I'm gonna say this: the ratios all over the room are insane.
It's not bad.
Minis, you
Even
get
in the
100%
minis,
chance.
even in the minis, we know the 2 helmets left are LaDainian Tomlinson and DJ Moore.
Yep.
So you're getting one of those if you're in the right spot in that break.
You got that practice squad, like you said, 11 of 18.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if I'm gonna do my math, 11 of 18. That's a, let's see,
63?
61%
Okay,
chance.
61%, yeah.
Then you've got the vault, like we said. 5 of 6 chance,
Yeah.
best ratio in the room. Slabs are at 50% chance
Mm-hmm.
in a headliner. And then that running back room, HB room,
Is 75% chance.
75%. Like, you can't get better than the ratios right now for headliner hits.
And the vault, if you don't pull the headliner, you're pulling the vault key. So you're still coming away with something in that
So
vault.
pretty much 100%
Yeah.
in that vault.
You're getting something good in that vault.
And that next vault, like I said, I kind of gave you a little bit of Patrick Mahomes is in that next vault. Myles Garrett is. So it's not like there's chump change in the vault right now.
right.
2 flexes as well.
Okay.
Tyreek and Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
Since
Yeah.
we pulled the Malik.
Yeah.
Like, also, speed flex is all over the room. 2 in the vault. What, if my math is right, 6 in the running back series.
Yeah, 6 in
We
the
got
running back series. I see
3.
3 in the practice squad still. I see George Kittle speed flex
I'm gonna
in the diamonds.
I'm gonna say in the diamonds. Let's show off that video. I know there's a video. That's what I'm saying. the George Kittle might not be the best lid in the room right now. It was my best lid in the room yesterday. The only reason it's not the best lid in the room right now is that Emmitt Smith is the best lid in the room right now. So that was
So
the
this is
Myles
the Garrett.
That one
and
is sadly
I think
gone.
this is the Kittle.
Yeah, that thing is just
That is
clean.
really nice.
Clean
Really nice.
lid. Still sitting there in the diamonds.
So that is left in the diamonds.
6 to go in that diamond quad, so
Okay.
it's got some traction there. It's not wide open like the vault is, but
And again, you've got an opportunity in that vault to double up potentially on headliners. George Kittle and Joe Montana still left in that diamond. So the opportunity there, if you're in that NFC West spot, to double up Joe Montana and George Kittle in that diamond series.
yeah, I'm just looking at that running back series, like just names alone. Emmitt Smith, Marshawn Lynch, who Marshawn, we don't get in the room a lot. So when Marshawn's in the room, you got to jump on it, beast mode style. Mike
Pull up the
Allstott
page
on
here
the flex.
for we'll pull up the page here for that running back series.
Jim Brown, another one. This is one. So I know this is on the flash lid.
Mm-hmm.
So it's that brown instead of the orange that we're used to seeing. It's not a custom like the Emmitt Smith, but Jim Brown alone, that's an auto that just based on there are going to be no more new Jim Brown autos, sadly, entering the field. What's out there is out there.
Show you, this is the Mike Allstott Speed Flex that is available in that running back room. And I think officially it's called backfield, which makes sense because Mike Allstott, we know, is a fullback, not a running back.
Back when the fullback position was actually a thing.
Yeah. Yeah, he was part of that Buccaneers team, that loaded Tampa Bay Buccaneers team that won the Super Bowl in 2002, I believe. And then also this Emmitt Smith. This is the best helmet in this series, in my opinion.
Best helmet in the room.
The best artwork that I've seen, at least on these ripped lids, really highlighting Florida, as well as some of that Cowboys lore, and the decal on the front just, completes the whole thing. So that Emmitt Smith is in that this backfield series as well.
Another guy that we don't see, like we see in the break room, but he's not here every day. We don't see Emmitt Smith in the break room every single
Especially
day.
not on the Florida Cowboys double.
Yes.
Especially on the double, you don't see that. So, yeah, the ratios across the room are great. If you have questions on what's left, John asked earlier what was left in the vault. If you have questions on what's left in each break, how to get into each break, how this works, let us know in the chat. Always happy to answer your questions as far as what's left in each series.
I'll just say, because we got double for the vault, getting three slots in there, so 5 to go. David getting himself in that vault quad. Let's show off the graphic for the vault.
All right.
We've been saying these names, but when you see it, like that Tyreek Hill, I would say is for me, there's so many other flexes that have not. I'm still gonna say it's top 5 in the room. That two-tone chrome for the Tyreek Hill.
Yeah, that Tyreek Hill looks very different than what you would picture on a standard Dolphins helmet. You're right.
I almost
Derrick Henry
it almost
still
looks like a sunset.
Yeah, so Derrick Henry, Bijan Robinson on the white Falcons helmet.
Look, that's going to be a salute to service, I believe.
Okay.
3.0.
Jordan Love on the standard Packers lid.
Come on, let's
We
get
saw
Jim
the
Nance
neighbors.
Standard J Love.
Yeah, we got the neighbors out here, and Terrell Davis.
Yeah.
On
Terrell
that
Davis
Broncos, and I
inscription
believe
as
the
well.
description Super Bowl MVP. So that is what the helmets in the vault look like. But Derrick Henry's still available, Tyreek Hill still available, Bijan Robinson, Jordan Love, and Terrell Davis all.
Chinmay can pull
available.
the Terrell Davis. Try not to cry on the helmet because they beat the Packers in the Super Bowl. Then pull the Jordan Love and wipe those tears away because it's a Jordan Love.
Yeah. I like that. I like that thought process. Let's
pull
Let's
the
do
Terrell
that.
Davis first
do that.
so that we could stop the tears right after. And it looks like Robert Reese says, you know what? How about I do it myself? We're going to do a vault double,
All right.
and all the spots are going to be Robert Reese.
Okay. Let's do it.
He bought 3, and then he said, you know what? Let me buy 5
Let's just
more.
buy them all.
So that quad will be the only thing left after
Okay.
this double. And there will be headliners there.
Yeah. So the double is coming up.
I'm getting that ready for you right
Yeah, and basically, even if 2 headliners are pulled here, the quad is going to have, at a minimum, 3 headliners. Could have all 4. But 3 out of the 4 quad, if 2 headliners come out in this double, are going to be headliners in that quad. So Yeah, the ratio in the vault is crazy. And then, as we've hinted at, the next vault series that's coming up has Patrick Mahomes in there, and our history with pulling Patrick Mahomes helmets is pretty strong on Saturday here.
So that is ready for you. Chinmay, I'm just going to let you know to make this easier on our side.
Mm-hmm.
In the actual listing down on the bottom, since he had 2 order numbers, I put both order numbers there.
Okay.
But because he's going to have 2 boxes, I just used his first order
That's
number throughout.
totally
to
fair.
make it
Yeah,
easier for us.
totally fair. All right, so Robert's got all the spots in the break, so no need to randomize here. But Robert, if you're out there, in the vault double,
Looks like
go
the
ahead
closed.
and give me 2 box numbers. Robert, if you're out there in the vault, go ahead and give me 2 box numbers. Otherwise, we will go to the wheel. He is saying Todd Reese.
Yep, that's Robert.
I hope that, okay. Got to make sure sometimes because the chat names are different, but
Yeah,
we'll go
that
to the
one-
wheel twice.
That one is Robert.
We will go to the wheel.
And that mini did close. Rob Barnett closing it up. So
Okay. So we'll have a mini as well.
Up and then new minis dropping.
Box 3. And box 3 is available in the vault. So box 3 will be one of the boxes. And what will be the other box? $21 is not available, but 22 is available. So there'll be 3 and 22. Yeah, so 21 was spun on the wheel, but there is no 21, so we go to the next closest number, which is 22. All right, good luck, Robert. In this vault double. Put Neighbors off to the side here. Again, Malik Neighbors was opened up in that vault single at last break. I don't see a vault key in here, so you know what that means. One of the most dynamic running backs in the NFL. He will surely be among the rushing leaders if he keeps this up. It is the Falcons star Bijan Robinson.
Let's go.
On the Salute to Service white helmet.
I gotta give both these guys a good old recognition because right now we're just paying homage to my fantasy team right now. I got my number.
We're pulling Ricky's fantasy squad.
I got my number 3 highest scorer in Malik Neighbors. My number 1 highest scorer, number 1 keeper, never gonna let him go, Bijan Robinson. He's mine for the rest of his career, Chinmay.
Wow. Okay.
Never gonna let Bijan.
And it's
go.
looking like it's going to be a really promising career for Bijan Robinson
He actually is a coach that knows how to
if
use
he
him, you know?
if he keeps this up. And hey, look, I know Kirk Cousins, had some rough times there, but Michael Penix is looking he
my
looked very
dude.
sharp.
He's
He
one of
looked
my
very sharp.
dudes.
Bradley is asking what's left in the vault. So Bradley, we're in a double right now with Robert here, and Bijan is off the board. But what's left in these next 5 boxes is Tyreek Hill, Derrick Henry, Jordan Love, Terrell Davis, and a vault key.
So 3 of those are going on to the
At
vault.
least 3 of those items are
You're
going
right.
in the quad.
The vault key. If the vault key comes out, all 4 go.
Yeah.
To the
If
quad.
this box is a vault key, then those 4 headliners that I mentioned, Tyreek Hill, Derrick Henry, Jordan Love, and Terrell Davis, would all be in the quad.
So at minimum 3.
Yeah, so worst case scenario, 3 of those names are going to be heading to the quad, or all 4 could be going there. I'm going to leave Bijan on the table for now, but I have a feeling it'll be a short stay. All right, box 22 coming up next. Again, Robert getting into all the spots in this break. Guaranteed to get a couple W's here. And there's no vault key in this one either. So we know that the vault key is going to be in that quad. Robert, you've got my guy. Packers quarterback just signed a huge extension. Had a bit of a rough playoff game, but a very promising future for Jordan Love.
Let's go.
Common is not happy with the J Hart, or was that you? You're not.
I'm not happy.
Yeah, Ricky is not a fan.
I'm just a nitpicker.
Ricky's not a fan of the J Hart logo
His name
or
is
autograph.
not Jordan Hart.
I
It's
like it.
Jordan Love.
I like it.
I get what he's trying to do, Chin May.
He's trying to
but
play off the name, and it's working pretty well for him right now. Jordan Love on the Packers classic lid. Robert doubling up here in the vault double with the Jordan Love on the authentic. So in that last vault quad now, because we've pulled Jordan Love, the last vault quad is going to have a vault key worth $50 in addition to a helmet. Tyreek Hill, Derrick Henry, and Terrell Davis. That's what's going to be left in this vault series in that last quad.
putting those minis up. So the next mini break is live.
Okay.
And I am putting up the personals for the minis as well.
Okay.
Those should be live as well.
We'll leave J Love on the table too.
Well, of course.
I have a feeling that
It's a Chin May show.
This could be a somewhat short stay for Jordan Love.
Not as short as Bijan.
Not as short as Bijan. Bijan will be the first to go. Then we'll go to Jordan Love most likely. All right, so mini. This is a double.
Yep.
All right.
So it'll be the last two boxes.
So the last two boxes in the mini double break. Go ahead. And I guess it doesn't matter because there are only two boxes left, so we can't really call out box numbers.
I'll grab the last two boxes in a second. Bradley getting into that vault quad, bringing it to 6 to go.
All right, so we'll randomize the minis here. The mini double break, Michael Convey, Rob Barnett, Jody Grider, and Dennis McKeon. New customer Dennis, as he mentioned in the chat. Dennis, let us know what your favorite team is. Let us know how you heard about Ultimate Autographs. So, Rob, you've got the NFC North. So in that DJ Moore spot. Rob is also in the NFC South. Jody is in the NFC East. Rob is in the NFC West and the AFC North. Michael in the AFC South. Rob in the AFC East. But Dennis, new customer magic in that AFC West LT spot. Bradley, so vault key, Henry, Hill, and Davis left in the final quad. That is correct, Bradley. 3 headliners and a vault key in that last quad. Are you sure this is the right one?
It says Gridiron, right?
It does, but it's neither of those players. Yep, that's correct. Yeah. But it's neither of those guys, right? It should be 2 and 2.
We just had a mistake on the headliner board. Then
All right,
didn't erase the name.
Okay, so
we've had this before.
So this is yeah. Unfortunately, we've opened the box, so
yeah,
I'll pull the helmet out. Unfortunately, there are more. It looks like there was a mistake on the headliner board because this is neither LaDainian Tomlinson nor DJ Moore. This is Clinton Portis, the longtime Washington running back. Also at the U.
What box number was that?
That is box 25.
Yeah, that's right.
It's right on the sheet.
What's the other box?
The other box is 15.
Yeah.
So NFC East, Jody Grider on the Clinton Portis Mini. So we're going to have to update the board.
Well, the board's going to get updated regardless.
The board's going to get updated, but
last two.
Ricky can go ahead and I guess because he saw what happened or what was left.
Yeah, so basically what happened was not gonna blow the surprise of which headliner's coming out of the next one, but just the one headliner that did get pulled was not erased, and I'm gonna figure out when that happened.
So congrats, Jody. It seemed like you were not going to be in a position to get a helmet based on what was on the board, but hey, sometimes crazy things can happen here in the break room, and you walk away with a Clinton Portis Mini. High Tide is saying, what headliners in the Vault and Diamonds? Okay, so the Vault, there's a Vault quad left, and it's the last Vault quad in the series. And in that Vault quad, there is a Vault Key left, there's Tyreek Hill left, Derrick Henry left, and Terrell Davis left. So every box left in that quad is going to come out with something good. And again, the Vault Key is in addition to a helmet, which just won't be a headliner. But the headliners left, Tyreek Hill, Derrick Henry, and Terrell Davis in that final quad in the Vault. In the Diamonds, 4 headliners left in 11 boxes. Joe Montana, John Elway, George Kittle, and Earl Campbell. Possibility to double up on headliners there with George Kittle and Joe Montana in the Diamonds.
You said that was Clinton Portis?
That was Clinton Portis. You can double check.
I believe you. I'm just confused.
Confusion is reigning right now in the break room, but I'm going to go ahead and open up the second box here.
I think I know the problem. Just double check.
Okay. I'm not a Bears fan, so I was praying for my guy, my all-time favorite, to be the headliner that was not incorrectly erased. And I was right. It is LaDainian Tomlinson. New customer magic. Dennis McKeon, congratulations on the LT Mini. One of the all-time great running backs. Had a college record, which I believe has now been broken for most rushing yards in a single game. Has still the NFL touchdown record for touchdowns in a single season. LaDainian Tomlinson on the Mini there for Dennis. Dennis, you were asking how this works. How this works is you got randomized into the AFC West spot, and LT comes out of the box. You're walking away with an LT Mini helmet here in the break room. I've been pulling LT as well. I just realized, Ricky. So LT also in that backfield series. It's not a speed flex, but it is a really clean lid. And I have a propensity for pulling LaDainian Tomlinson as well. So if you're in that halfback series and you want to get LT, this is the show to get it.
I will say this. I'm going to have to look at it after the show.
Yeah.
Because on Thursday for Robbie and Colin, it says here in our winner sheet that Matthew McLaughlin won Clinton Portis in the minis.
Okay, and there are no repeats. There are no repeats. So
yeah, I think the wrong.
So that must have been DJ Moore then.
I think the one break got copied wrong because it says Authentics.
Yeah.
So
okay.
Yeah, I just think basically DJ Moore got pulled and then never got erased. So
no worries.
We apologize to who landed up in the North.
Apologies to Rob Barnett.
Rob Barnett thinking that
thinking that he had the DJ Moore. And look, it was on the we don't know what's left in the boxes.
Yeah.
Right? Like we're looking off a board. I'm gonna, take people behind the curtain a little bit.
Yeah,
we have a board. We have a board which has all the names listed on what's left in each series, but we don't know who's in what box.
Mm-hmm.
There are some sheets that tell us to double check in times like these, but we don't know who's coming out of the box. We only know what names are left.
Mm-hmm.
And there were two minis or two boxes left in the mini series, and there were two headliners left. And on our board, there were two headliners left. So Ricky and I thought nothing of it. We thought that DJ Moore and LT were the two guys left. And so when the spots were randomized and people got in their divisions, we knew who was going to get what. Yeah. At least we thought we knew who was going to get what. But it turns out that DJ Moore was in fact pulled at one point and somebody just did not update the board. There were still two boxes left, but there was only one headliner. LT was left. Our apologies for that. But unfortunately, there was no way for us to verify it because we're not opening the boxes beforehand.
Now I'm going to catch up on. Yeah, the last time we had that happen, though, it was a little bit luckier because it was like we thought there was a Terry Bradshaw left, but it was Cordell Stewart.
Okay.
So the person still won. Okay. This is kind of the.
Yeah, this is an unfortunate.
Yeah.
Unfortunate change here.
Which it looks like we may be doing that vault quad. I assume these orders were going to come in.
Yeah.
Fast and furious.
Multiple people were asking in the chat what was left in the vault, and the ratio is so great that you're essentially guaranteed to come away with something if you're in that right spot.
Which we're down to 3 to go in that vault quad.
3 to go in the vault quad. Again, Tyreek Hill, Derrick Henry, Terrell Davis, guaranteed to come out in this break. And if you get a helmet that is not one of those, you're walking away with a $50 vault key. Dennis saying he's a Colts fan. All right, Dennis, you guys just made my day. No worries, Dennis. Hope you're an LT fan, even though he has had some big days against your Colts in the past.
I'll say
Jody saying thanks, guys. No problem, Jody. Congrats on the Clinton Portis mini. An unexpected win.
I'll say this for Dennis because I know that Dennis don't know what your budget's like, but the minis was a $50 break. Of course, it's 2 boxes, so you're kind of thinking like, okay, $25 a piece for a mini. But if you're like, you know what, could do another $50, we do have a Colts Eric Dickerson Authentic in the practice squad. Single box, but it's $50 a spot in that practice squad on the first ever Rave lid we got in the room.
All right. Let's see if I can pull that up real quick.
It's a blue Rave lid. It looks absolutely sick. Love the Crayola. I call them the Crayola lids.
It does look really nice. So this is what Ricky was talking about right here. This Eric Dickerson, and he's got the Hall of Fame 99 inscription on there. So that is in the practice squad. That is the Eric Dickerson Colts Authentic that is available in the practice squad. And now, I see Joe Montana that card is listed. So that should have been listed on the headliner board.
Put the blame on me. I'm the one that wrote them.
All good, Ricky.
I'm the one that wrote them.
It's a team effort. So
I'm telling you, Dom is going to be like, because last night Dom's like, how you doing? I'm like, no, I got it. You're doing enough.
Yeah.
Dom's going to forever be like, I'm never going to let Ricky write that again.
Nope, it's a team effort, and sometimes these things happen.
Absolutely. Double Not So Fast, by the way. Christopher Miles comes in and says, hey, by the way, what you guys are doing in the vault is cute and all, but I'm going to buy out 6 spots in a diamond quad. Let's do a diamond quad.
How many are in the new minis? How many?
30.
30.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's 1 through 30 in the new minis.
All right. So the new minis are here, and I will make those available or at least update the ticker there. Thank you, Grim Reaper. Let me know on the ticker.
And that diamond quad is ready for you.
Vault quad, right?
Diamond quad.
Oh, diamond quad.
I said double not.
Okay, all right.
Christopher Miles came in and said, I'm just going to buy out the last 6 spots of the diamond quad.
Okay, so diamond quad will be coming up next.
He's like, you know what? What you're doing in the vault is cute and all, but how about we do a diamond quad? I want that Kittle. I'm assuming he wants the Kittle.
All right, so David Murak, Paul Hermson, and Christopher Miles. If you guys are out there in the diamond quad, go ahead and drop 4 box numbers in that diamond quad. We will get that break going for you guys.
This will bring us down to...
So there'll be 7 boxes left in the diamonds.
So I'm putting up 1 more quad.
All right, Chris is saying 4, 7, 9, and 23. So I see 4, 7, 9, and 23, all valid numbers. Thank you very much, Chris. So 4, 7, 9, and 23 in the diamonds. William Maynard saying I'm guessing that's black and blue. Dion Amp Cowboys lid. Small scratch, but on the side without the autograph. Let's get everyone randomized here in this diamond quad. Christopher Miles, you have got the NFC North, NFC South, and NFC East, as well as the AFC North, AFC East, and AFC West. So you're in that Elway spot for headliners. David is in the NFC West. He's got the Kittle and Joe Montana spot. And Paul is in the AFC South and has got that Earl Campbell spot as far as the headliners go. Yeah, Chris, not great, but hey, sometimes it works out. You could still walk away with 4 helmets here.
Mm-hmm. 2 to go in that vault quad.
So that vault quad will be coming up soon. Mm-hmm. And again, the diamonds, this is the best series.
Mm-hmm. We virtually have 2 diamond breaks out there with that halfback series too, because that's authentics or better.
I can tell you that this is a 49ers helmet, but it is neither Joe Montana nor George Kittle.
Okay.
It is the star linebacker Fred Warner.
Ooh, All-Pro Fred?
The All-Pro linebacker.
Let's go.
Fred Warner on that Niners lid. Congrats to David Murak. 1 spot. Gets Fred Warner and could be getting a lot more in this diamond quad.
He's sitting there going, come on.
Christopher Miles is saying he's a 49ers fan. And we kind of guessed it by the way he was going after those spots. But Chris, this is good for you because it is neither Montana nor Kittle.
And if Kittle doesn't go here, that just just makes the odds at Kittle better if he doesn't go in this quad. 7 boxes left after this quad.
Yep. Put Fred away. Here. Fred Warner, one of the few Niners stars this season who wasn't injured, had a pretty strong season. He played through, I believe. It was either a fracture or a tear. And 49ers who are in the chat, 49ers fans who are in the chat can confirm exactly what it was. I want to say he played through an ankle fracture. But it could have also been a tear. Some sort of ligament tear. Chris saying on all the ones I've played, I haven't landed on the NFC West. And William brings up a great point. Chris, if you win something he likes, maybe you can trade. The worst thing that you can get in this break room, if you get a helmet of a team that you're not a fan of or a player you're not a fan of, the absolute worst thing that it is a trade chip.
Yep.
Bradley mentioned earlier that he was looking to trade some lids. People are always looking to trade. They're always looking to get some of their, collection for their team or favorite players that they have. So David is saying, I've won a lot on the NFC West and I'm a Bills fan.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris is in the AFC East. So maybe if a Bills lid pops up here, there could be a trade to be had there.
By the way, I did some put my detective hat on. That
Right.
DJ Moore mini that wasn't there was pulled on Tuesday,
Okay.
the 11th.
Okay.
So Joe McAndrews was the one that won the DJ Moore. The Vault Quad, one to go.
To go in the Vault Quad. Okay. Well, David is not a 49ers fan, but I have a feeling that he's not going to want to trade this helmet.
Ooh.
It is George Kittle on the Speed Flex with the visor and the clean red Speed Flex.
Love it.
George Kittle on the 49ers. Unfortunately, Chris was chasing that one, it seems.
Absolutely love
David
that
with
lid.
one spot. Again, all it takes is one spot. Has now landed two guys, including the headliner, George Kittle.
So not be the last time we see George Kittle, but I don't know if we'll see a lid that clean in a little bit. Kittle usually has nice lids. Also, Chinmay, you gonna do it with me? You ready? Cero Miedo. Penta. One of the touchdown celebrations for George Kittle.
Sometimes all it takes
Chinmay's like, I
is
don't know what I
one
just
spot.
did.
Yeah, I don't know what I just did. David, congratulations. George Kittle, Speed Flex on one of the cleanest George Kittle lids that Ricky has seen in the room. Certainly that I have seen in the room. This is really nice.
Some helmets are just clean.
Yeah, they're just nice. Doubling up here on one spot. Still two more boxes to go. David could have an all-time haul here with just one spot in this Diamond Quad. Go ahead and take Bijan off the table here. Good stay for Bijan. A nice stay there, but I'm gonna put Kittle on the table here. I'm gonna adjust it a little bit so you guys can see the auto. Still two to go in this diamond quad. So we're not quite done yet. Omar saying beautiful lid, congrats. Jacom saying OMG, amazing, congrats, so jelly. David saying that's a great helmet. Michael Convey saying nice lid, congrats indeed. One of the headliners in this Diamond Series, George Kittle, gone, and still, Joe Montana still out there. David, if this is Joe Montana, that fourth helmet better be in the NFC West too, and we'll just make it a clean sweep.
Make it a quad up.
All it takes is one spot sometimes. But again, the Diamond Series, Common talks about this a lot, but the Diamond Series by far the best series in terms of even the filler hits are all up there.
It's a top end break.
Yeah,
it's a top end break here at UA.
A lid that I haven't seen. We just talked about him earlier. We put away his teammate. Bijan Robinson went out. Michael Penix on the Washington helmet.
Ooh.
Comes in. So, Christopher, I hope you're a Huskies fan. Because you've got Michael Penix on the Washington
It's going to be an
helmet.
NFC South hit.
Yep. And I like the Washington helmets.
Mm-hmm.
I love the color combination, the purple and gold.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, Michael Penix, part of probably the most successful Washington team ever, at least in our generation.
Close, yeah.
I don't remember a Washington team that went to the national title game.
Not the national. So
I know, Jake Locker was a Heisman candidate, and they had some good, Bishop Sankey. They had some good years with him.
Bishop Sankey.
So
demolished us.
Definitely some great Washington teams.
There was the Jake Browning, Miles Gaskin team.
Jake Browning, Miles Gaskin
they made
team
it to the playoff, but then they got demolished by
I was gonna say I remember a Washington team that Jake Browning is right. Jake Browning and Miles Gaskin, my guy Miles Gaskin. I thought Gaskin is actually still in the league.
Is he?
Miles Gaskin is still in the league.
Was he with the Titans?
He was. He had like a featured role in one of these final games of the season for somebody. So Miles Gaskin is still out there for the lone. I'm the lone member of the Miles Gaskin hive.
That game too with
Bama.
With Bama started out on a high. Like Washington scored 8 minutes into the game. People are like, "Whoa, is this going to be?" No, it was Bama all the way through.
And that game, correct me if I'm wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Bama kind of dominated that game.
Jalen Hurts
but they
only
never,
had 57
but
yards.
they didn't blow them out per se. Like it was a game that Washington never really found their footing after the opening drive.
Well, the defense just locked them down.
Yeah, they were like in the game for a long time.
And I believe that was that the year Alabama won the title.
It was 2017, right?
It had to be, right?
I think they won.
I'm gonna look it up. 2017. No, 2017 was when they won. They beat Clemson in the semifinal. Was it 2018? No, 2018 they lost to Clemson. 2016 they lost to Clemson in the. So that must have been the Deshaun Watson.
Okay, the second Bama Clemson natty with Deshaun.
This was the first one.
The year before, right? With Deshaun. Deshaun played Bama in the national title game twice.
So the first.
This was the one that he won.
You're right. Because the one in 2015 was they beat Kirk Cousins. Bama beat Kirk Cousins in the semifinal.
Mm-hmm.
Beat Deshaun, then Deshaun beat him. You're right. Was that the Kirk Cousins one?
Michigan State did make the playoff, so that sounds right.
Didn't they make it twice?
I don't think they made it twice.
That was the Connor Cook one.
Oh, okay.
So they did make it twice.
Okay. Penix, we'll get that put away. Congrats to Christopher.
God, remember
he's a Niners fan, so I'm guessing.
Remember Connor Cook?
He's got some West Coast ties. Guessing he's got some West Coast ties. Hopefully, some Washington ties.
Okay, they only made the college football playoff once. It was Connor Cook. Not Kirk Cousins. Man, forgot all about Connor Cook. He played for the Raiders, I think.
Yeah.
Connor Cook.
Yeah. Last spot
You're gonna have that
in
Vault
this
quad coming
diamond
up after
quad.
this too.
Ty Percival is saying, I got a spot in the single practice squad. What headliners left in the practice squad? Okay, 11 headliners left in the practice squad in 18 boxes. We got a Brian Robinson Jr. jersey. We've got a Josh Allen jersey. We've got Roger Staubach, Ricky Williams, and Joe Green speed flexes. We have Adrian Peterson, Xavier Worthy, and Max Crosby authentics, as well as an Eric Dickerson Colts authentic. And then secondary headliners, Keenan Allen and Keon Coleman in that practice squad. 11 headliners in 18 boxes in that practice squad. But let's wrap up this diamond quad here. See what comes out here in this last box.
And I am putting up the new vault as we should.
Okay, so vault quad will come up,
And then
and then Ricky will open up the new vault, which has our guy Patrick Mahomes in there. See, Chris, you're not a Niners fan, but you are walking away with some nice helmets. And this is a guy who's a filler hit, but for football fans, this is pretty close to being a headliner player. It's Jamal Charles
let's go.
on the Kansas City Chiefs, and it's got a nice inscription on there. 5.4 yards per carry GOAT.
Nice. And that's the Chiefs flash lid.
That is the flash lid for the Chiefs in the AFC West, Christopher Miles. It's not a Niners helmet. It's not a Kittle helmet, but it is a pretty nice looking lid. It's Jamal Charles.
Hey, still walks away with two helmets.
Yeah, still walks away with 2 helmets. And hey, I mean, hopefully he's got some West Coast ties with Michael Penix and Jamal Charles. I mean, this is it's not a listed headliner. It's pretty darn good helmet to have. Unfortunately for Jamal, I think a lot of injuries late in his career kind of took him out of the running for some of those long-term accolades. But Jamal Charles is one of the most dynamic running backs in the National Football League when he was on the field. Rax is saying, is that available, Chris? Well, he's not a Chiefs fan, so we know there's no sentimental value there.
There's no sentimental value.
But it's still a very nice helmet. Chris is saying, thanks, guys. Thank you, Chris. You buy into multiple spots, and, sometimes it doesn't break your way in terms of what spot you get, but you're still walking away with some nice helmets. Got a Vault quad coming up. Ricky is putting up, or has put up, the next Vault series. So we will get that going for you guys. Chris is saying it's available. So the Jamal Charles might be on the move. Scott B is a sniper. Bradley saying Scott B is a sniper for this quad. We'll see what happens, Bradley. You never know. I'll wait for Ricky to put up the next vault, and we will then head to last vault quad, which has 3 headliners. Tyreek Hill, Derrick Henry, Terrell Davis coming out here. I have the list.
Oh yeah, it's good. I just didn't make it green.
You're good. You're good.
Good.
And 1 vault key. All right, so no need for box numbers because they're the last 4 boxes. So we'll just get this randomized and get this going. Eight clicks. Bradley Williams in the NFC North. Robert Reese in the NFC South. Jeff August in the NFC East. Scott Ballantyne in the NFC West. And I believe that NFC West will be no, there is no one, none of the headliners in the NFC West. Bradley Williams in the AFC North in that Derrick Henry spot, but I believe Bradley is a Steelers fan. So it'll be interesting to see his reaction to that. Scott is in the AFC South. Robert is in the AFC East in that Tyreek Hill spot. And David is in the AFC West in that Terrell Davis spot in this last vault quad of the old vault. Jacom saying good luck, peeps. Thank you, Jacom. Here we go with the first box in the series. First box in this last vault quad. This one doesn't have a vault key, which means it's a headliner hit. Ricky, I'm going to have to ask you to once again check on the old vault.
What box number?
Box 1. Not a headliner, but no vault key either. Our apologies to everyone in the break room because
it was pulled on Tuesday.
because this because this is not a headliner and there's no vault key.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna. You're right. Whatever's in there, you're right.
there are only 4 boxes left though. Drew Pearson is the helmet here. So Jeff August, Jay August, you're in the break, and you've walked away with a Drew Pearson helmet. But we've got a bit of a bigger issue here.
What box numbers were there?
1, box 1, box 2,
Okay.
box 7,
Mm-hmm.
and box 16.
Okay, so this one, the headliners that we said are there.
Okay.
This was someone didn't erase Vault Key A.
Okay, so the vault key is gone.
The Vault Key is the one. That
Okay,
is
so
not there.
so Jeff, unfortunately, the vault key that we thought would be associated with this box is not there because the vault key had already been pulled.
The headliners are.
But the headliners
still
are
there.
correct.
'Cause let
So
me see.
thankfully,
Read
we
me
haven't
off-
misled
Read me
anyone
off
in the
those
headline.
numbers again.
What's left? 2, 7, and 16.
2, 7, 2 check, 7 check. Yeah. So the headliners we had on the board are correct.
All right, so those of you who bought into this
Not
with
telling
the
you what order they're
headliners,
coming out in.
the headliners that you thought were in here that you bought into, those are here. Jeff is saying,
apologize, everybody.
"Oh my God, I was lied to. I was chasing a vault key." I'm
I
sorry,
I
Jeff.
was
I'm
thinking,
sorry.
I don't think we were chasing that $50, but it was an extra bonus.
William is saying, "Shinmei, look on the flap of the box. The flap of the box doesn't actually tell you who's on it, right?
No, it doesn't.
I can only see the I can see who's in the bag once it's open.
Yeah, you're good.
But I mean, this is like, there's just no way to know, right? Because this has now happened. This is the second time this has happened.
Yeah, it's just someone didn't erase.
So it's just there's just no way to know.
Yeah.
Thankfully,
sometimes it happens.
Thankfully, the headliners that were there are still there.
That was my bigger issue.
Yeah, that was what I wanted to make sure was not.
Chinmay third time hosting's like
not going to. That was what I wanted to make sure did not happen.
Yeah,
because that would have been a problem.
The headliners are there.
Okay,
we're all good in the headliner department.
Put away. So all the headliners are coming out here. They've waited for the last 3 boxes to be pulled. Bradley, no, there is no vault key left.
No.
There was what was left on the board suggested that there was a vault key left. And I was surprised that it wasn't in that box. Mm-hmm. So we went and double checked, and in fact, the vault key is no longer there.
Yeah.
But all the headliners that we had correctly listed are still there. So the headliner hits are still there. So correct, Omar. Oh, Omar is saying some of the previous boxes in the vault, it had written on the flaps instead of the paper.
Yeah, no, it had on the flap. Did it say vault key on the flap?
No.
Yeah.
There's nothing in the box.
So basically, we have a vault. You know what? Here's what we're.
There is a vault box.
Here's what we're gonna do, right? Because we do have the vault box.
There is a box though.
Here's what we're gonna do. Because they were on the flap, I'm assuming one of them didn't get read.
Okay.
We're just gonna do the vault key.
All right.
Drew Pearson has the vault key.
All right.
Because you're right, we have the box.
That is correct. Yeah.
So.
Okay. So before. All right.
We'll do the vault key.
All right. So
Drew Pearson is vault key A.
So by some. You know,
that way we were promoting the right thing, and
some divine screw up.
Well, they were right. They were on the usually they're on the paper. They were on the flap.
There is a box though for the vault key. You should have recognized that.
So I'm assuming that someone missed it. So
yeah.
In this case, it is Jeff August is reaping the rewards.
You got a vault key for 50.
There we go.
You were chasing the vault key, and the box was still here. So. Somewhere something was lost in the shuffle somewhere, okay. But Jeff, you're getting $50.
One man's missed vault key on the tab is your $50, J. August. Yeah. And then it works out because we were telling the truth the whole time. It was still there.
The box was still there.
It was a rep lid.
Yeah. So
that $50 is going to you, Jeff August. Should be on the way. Check your junk.
All right. Let's wrap up this vault quad, and we'll jump into.
See, it works. Everything works out.
Everything works out. Everything works out. One of the greatest running backs in the 1990s.
80s?
And a Super Bowl
80s and 2000s
MVP, Terrell Davis.
Did he play in the 2000s?
I don't
think he played in the 80s.
I believe he did. But
he played 2000 and 2001
in the AFC West, grabbing Terrell Davis with the Super Bowl MVP inscription on the Terrell Davis Authentic.
Hold back the tears. It's okay, Chinmay. It's okay to lose in a Super Bowl.
He beat my guys. But, hey, he's an all-time great running back. Can't hold it against him.
You guys won the Super Bowl, what, 2 years before
we
that?
won the Super Bowl. So the MVP year the Super Bowl MVP for Terrell Davis happened 2 years after. But he was in the Super Bowl where they won.
Was it the Dirty Bird one?
Yeah, Dirty Bird one was when Terrell Davis won MVP.
I think I was rooting for. Obviously, I was rooting for the Broncos against the Packers.
Mm-hmm.
But I think I was rooting for the Dirty Birds against the Broncos a year later. While I had a Terrell Davis jersey.
he was Super Bowl MVP in the Packers one.
Okay.
No, so he was Super Bowl MVP against the Packers. And then I'm guessing Elway would have been Super Bowl MVP. Yeah, Elway was MVP in the other one. Because I remember Elway was MVP, but
old JSA cert on that too. It's attached to the face mask.
Okay. The old cert, as Ricky's pointed out on this helmet. Get that written up.
Congratulations, David. Congratulations, Jeff August. We're going to see what order they come out, but I'm going to do the due
we got
diligence.
Tyreek and...
we know what's coming out.
We got Tyreek and Derrick Henry coming out.
The
But
two
who will
flexes
pop out?
in the final two
Who
boxes.
will pop out first? I'm going to put TD away only because we know what's coming out. And some of these other
We know
lids
what's coming out.
are going to have to be cleared out too.
I mean, we could always... Jordan Love's a good hit. These are both flexes, so
Yeah.
like...
We can have that debate in about 5 minutes.
We've got room. This is the time where you can leave headliners out. It's the rep lids that
Okay.
I was nice last week to you.
Okay.
Now these are the hits we want on the table. Derrick Henry.
David, he's got Fred Warner, he had George Kittle, and now Terrell Davis. Decom is saying cool, congrats.
I absolutely love the George Kittle autograph, and I don't know why. Just looks clean.
All right. He changed teams this offseason, but he still remains the king. Derrick Henry
There we go.
on the white Ravens lid with the visor.
Give me that red eye Raven Lunar, baby.
Clean. That is clean.
Give me the red eye Raven Lunar.
Bradley Williams, I know he's a Steelers fan, but hey, this is a great lid to have.
Beautiful lid.
Derrick Henry is slowly inching up there in terms of top 10 in both college and pro rushing yards. Derrick Henry is going to be on that list in a season or two if he keeps this up. Bradley is saying, I'll take it. You're darn right you'll take it.
All right, you'll take it.
That is one of the... We've seen a lot of Derrick Henry in the room. I haven't seen a helmet like this for Derrick Henry.
Love the loon. Love it with the purple visor on that bad boy. Chef's kiss, as they would say. Chef's kiss.
William is saying, Chinmay, I think they're testing you. You are doing great. Well, look, William, I've been tested a lot. But when I see, like, DJ Moore is on the board and Clinton Portis is coming out of the box, like...
You know something's wrong.
Yeah, something's just off.
One of these things is not like the other one.
Get that written up for Bradley. Derrick Henry.
New vault also loaded as well.
Derrick Henry, in the playoff game against the Bills, one of the few times that Derrick Henry was really kind of slowed down by the Bills specifically.
Yeah.
The Bills have had one of the worst times trying to contain Derrick Henry. I believe he had the stiff arm push down against the Bills. He rushed for like 210 and 2 touchdowns against the Bills once when the Titans couldn't get anything else going offensively. The Bills have had a tough time with Derrick Henry. So that's an interesting that was an interesting switch up for them, and a job well done by the Bills in that playoff game, which the Ravens at the end still could have had a shot.
Just so you know, second intermission. So we're about 15 minutes away from third period action. Sweden 3, Finland 3.
Okay, high scoring game.
That's what I expect from the best players in the world, though.
Maybe
Nothing
not.
on
Maybe
the
not the best
attendees today.
goalkeepers. Maybe not the best goalkeepers.
Nothing on the
world.
attendees today. You're playing the best players ever to play the game.
Close out the vault here with the last helmet in the series, but the last guy that you want to see on a football field lined up opposite of you, the Cheetah.
Look at that.
Tyreek Hill on the chrome Dolphins lid. It's blending with the green and the orange. It is looking absolutely sick. Robert Reese in the AFC East.
Ooh, that thing is sick.
Robert Reese coming in.
The picture doesn't do
With-
it justice.
The Tyreek Hill chrome Speed Flex.
The picture doesn't do it justice.
I can
folks.
see myself
see
in this
yourself.
helmet. I wish I was as fast as Tyreek Hill.
Oh,
I am not.
I am not.
Spoiler,
either.
spoiler alert, I'm not. He did not run the race with Usain Bolt officially, but he did challenge him. I remember
Yeah.
that. And hey, that would be something I
There-
want to see.
There was a lid we pulled out of Tyreek where he had the inscription "faster than Bolt."
Yeah. That's unofficial. Yeah, he hasn't officially raced Bolt.
Chinmay's like unofficially.
You know, the inscriptions are great. They raise the value of the memorabilia, let the athlete show off some personality, but if they're not completely true,
Factual.
yeah, you know,
Chinmay likes
it should
facts.
be,
in
it
his
should be
inscription.
mentioned. It should just be mentioned.
Oh.
People should just be aware. People should just be aware. You can take with it what you want, but you just got to be aware.
I'll tell you, this
Gray
now,
hat
the
Robert.
room has totally changed.
Congratulations on Tyreek Hill.
We now have 4 flexes in that new vault, 6 flexes in that running back series. We still have 3 flexes in the practice squad. Patrick Mahomes has entered the room.
Put that there.
Question is, do they test you? Do they even dive into the new vault as we're getting
John
close
is
to that 2
saying,
p.m.?
nice lid. What's left in the practice squad? Okay, practice squad. We are 11 headliners left in 18 boxes in the practice squad. Brian Robinson Jr. on a licensed jersey. Josh Allen jersey. Adrian Peterson, Xavier Worthy, Max Crosby, and Eric Dickerson, all authentics. Roger Staubach, Ricky Williams, and Joe Green on the speed flexes in the practice squad. And then secondary headliners in the practice squad still left Keenan Allen and Keon Coleman. So that's what's left in the practice squad. Scott saying, wish it were mine, but congrats. Yeah, Scott, you're one division off there from being in that Tyreek Hill conversation. Omar saying, sick lid, Robert, congrats. Jay August, that's a pretty looking whale. Timothy Boulay, any headliners in the slabs? Yes, Timothy. 3 headliners left in the slabs. Joe Montana, Lawrence Taylor, and Randy Moss. Only 6 boxes left in the slabs, so 50% chance at a headliner in the slabs. We've been talking about it a lot. I'm going to pull up this new Vault series. So this is the new Vault series that we've put up, and you've got the Patrick Mahomes helmet with what it looks like. That's not Texas Tech.
That's his logo.
It's the Patrick Mahomes logo.
There's
His
also,
branding on one side of the helmet.
Production did have a video of it if you want to
And
show
then
it off.
He's got 2 images of him on the other side. You've got a Ray Lewis helmet that has some great artwork as well as the iconic Ray Lewis screaming shot.
With the Ray Lewis too, there's a side picture. So where we go to the videos, production took a separate picture of what's on. That's on the crown.
So that's on the front of the Ray Lewis helmet. He's lifting the Lombardi
Thing is sick.
on the Ray Lewis. This is the Mahomes helmet. look on the other side, it's got Patrick Mahomes' branding, the personal logo, but he's got 2 images on the helmet. Rarely do you see that. So Ray Lewis, 2 images in different spots.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Mahomes, 2 images on the same side there. We've also got Brian Urlacher,
That hydro.
hometown hero here in Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
And the Hall of Fame logo there on the Urlacher Speed Flex. And there's the side of the Ray Lewis helmet. So he's got 2 images of Ray, one on the side, one on the top. Also a Hall of Fame logo on the Ray Lewis helmet as well. So you go back to this vault. This is loaded in the vault. CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson, Malik Neighbors. We pulled a Malik Neighbors Speed Flex earlier. Myles Garrett, George Kittle, Ray Lewis, Cam Newton on the authentic. Not a guy that I've seen all that often here in the break room. Jordan Love on the rep. We have a Jordan Love authentic out here on the desk we pulled earlier. Urlacher on the Speed Flex. Deion Sanders on the Niners Speed Flex. Patrick Mahomes we mentioned. And the Roger Staubach, Drew Pearson double. We pulled Drew Pearson in the last break. But Pearson and Staubach on the double. Roger Staubach also available in that practice squad on the Speed Flex. Michael Convey saying that Ray Lewis lid is awesome. Michael couldn't agree more. That's one of the most unique lids that I've seen here in my short time at UA. Secondary headliners in this Vault series, Fred Warner, who was pulled earlier today in the old Vault, Warren Moon, and DJ Moore. And for those of you that were here the last 2 Saturdays, Patrick Mahomes came out of the box. We initially thought that Patrick Mahomes was not going to be available for us to pull today.
Well, here he is.
But here he is. So if
are they gonna test you? Because every time
if
you've been in the host chair,
that I'm pulling Patrick Mahomes early as the host,
get in now.
Now is the time to get into the new Vault series.
Get in now. I'll ask you. We do have the Vault, or not the Vault. We do have the Chase wheel spin ready because we only did 1 double in the practice squad, so that's ready for you whenever you want to do it. As we're at the 2:00 hour, last order that came in was William Maynard bought into the practice squad single at 59, but before that 138.
Okay. How many left to go in that single practice squad, or is there a practice squad that's close?
4 to go in the single.
Okay, so we'll give it some time.
Okay.
We'll give it some time on the practice squad. But anything else? What else is close? I mean, we just put up the new Vault.
The Vault's
series,
wide
so
open. No one's
that's
bought
gonna be wide
into.
open. This backfield series is also wide open. Couple spots bought into in that.
So we've got Bob sitting, only won the single. Mr. Clapping Cheeks, Jonathan Jenkins, only won in the double. Surprisingly, that one has not taken off yet.
So the best ratios right now, you've got 11 headliners in 18 boxes in the practice squad. You've got 3 headliners in 6 boxes in the slabs. You've got 15 headliners in 20 boxes in the backfield series. That was the one with the Emmitt Smith and the Mike Allstott helmets that we showed. And you've got 15 headliners in this new Vault in 30 boxes. And again, that Vault series just dropped. We closed out the previous Vault series here on the quad. So those are the best ratios in the room as far as getting into a particular breaks. Obviously, the diamond break, still 3 headliners left in 7 boxes in the diamonds. Joe Montana, John Elway, Earl Campbell, photo headliners left in the diamonds. But diamond series, the best series left. You're not going to walk away with a bad filler item in that diamond series. And new mini series also dropped. That was, I believe that's also out of 30.
Yes.
New mini series out of 30.
Hey,
13.
DJ Moore's back.
13 headliners in that 30 in the new mini. Roger Staubach, Fred Warner, Jim Kelly, Tyreek Hill, who he just pulled on the speed flex, Brock Bowers, Brock Purdy, A.J. Brown, Jerome Bettis, the bus, Michael Irvin. We had a Michael Irvin jersey earlier today. DJ Moore back in the minis.
There he is.
And we promise you that this time DJ Moore is in the minis.
Well, right now.
For now. Secondary hits, John Riggins, Frank Gore. Is that Frank Gore on the Niners? Or
I have
Frank Gore
no
on the Colts?
idea.
We have no idea.
Could be a Jet.
Could be a Jet. Ricky is hoping for a Frank
Could be a
Gore
Dolphin.
Jet. Ricky is hoping for Frank Gore Jet.
Sooner rather than later, I'll speak into existence.
This guy's a secondary hit. Guy who just had one of the biggest plays in the Super Bowl, Cooper DeJean.
My boy.
I'm guessing he's
Love
on.
Coop.
I'm guessing he's on an Iowa helmet.
He could be on an Eagle helmet.
Okay,
Could be.
could be on.
I'd love him on an Iowa
But-
helmet, though.
Yeah, I was seeing the Iowa helmet might be more prevalent.
Mhm.
Michael Convey, who is left in the diamonds? So 7 boxes left in the diamonds, Michael. Joe Montana, John Elway, Earl Campbell, the photoed headliners in the diamonds. But again, Diamond Series, even the filler hits, are going to be among the best.
7 boxes.
7 boxes left in the diamonds, by the way. So 3 headliners and 7 boxes in that diamond.
So
series.
we're down in the diamonds to
1 single,
quad,
1
double, single. We're
and 1 quad.
out of here.
When Cooper DeJean had that pick 6, and I know, look, a lot of people, myself included, weren't ready to write off the Chiefs
Yeah.
early on, and it makes sense, right? I mean, 10-point lead is nothing. When Cooper DeJean had that pick 6, that's when I thought, okay, these guys are in real trouble.
That was the gut punch.
These guys are in real trouble.
That was the gut punch. That was like, so like, you ever watch like a superhero movie and like the big bad just seems like he's unstoppable. And then there's that one thing where it's like, you made me bleed my own blood, or they get a shot in. It's like, oh, wait, this guy can be beat. That was that moment where it was like, they made the Chiefs bleed their own blood for the first time in a long time.
They didn't seem invincible. The aura of invincibility was gone. And look, and the Eagles were, I'm sure they were confident, and they knew that they could beat them, and they had only lost by 3 a couple Super Bowls ago. So, but you never know until you experience it and make those plays.
I'll also say this, too, and I mean, not with Cooper DeJean, because obviously that was his first Super Bowl, being a rookie. But like with even Hurst, or not Hurst, Hurts.
Yeah.
Like, you go to the Super Bowl once, it is hard to win the Super Bowl in your first go around in the Super Bowl. Like, Hurts knew, hey, this is what we need to do. We've been here. I've been here before. I'm going to prepare differently. And I love the scene of the pictures going viral now of like Hurts walking like back in like the tunnels.
Oh yeah, in the hallways.
And there's the TV with ESPN, everyone picking the Chiefs, and him just looking up at it like bulletin board material. He had to know everyone was against him. Everyone is against the
Michael
Eagles.
is asking, am I in the single diamond? We can quickly check that.
Let's see.
For you, Michael.
Michael Convey, yes, he is. He's the only one
He
sitting
is
in
the
there right
single
now.
Diamond. He is the single one in the single diamond right now.
The other two, the double and the quad, wide open.
Jay August. No one even talks about how Cooper DeJean's return, there was an obvious block in the back in wide open space.
Are we Are we the Steelers now with the, what was it, the James Harrison? Because there was a block in the back on that one. I think Jay August is trying to hit me with my own complaint, because I complain about the James Harrison, how that shouldn't have been a touchdown. There was a illegal block in the back.
Would it have affected the outcome?
Yes, it would have.
Okay.
It would have affected the
Ricky
outcome.
believes
And
it
I
would have.
do.
Okay.
I do. I'm gonna bring up that game now.
Sometimes the officials miss things. Sometimes the officials miss things.
Yeah, usually they don't miss things that go the Chiefs' way.
Yeah,
so
early on in the Super Bowl, the officials were missing some things. They were missing some things. I think in general the officials had a great game. Not too much controversy, but yeah, Jay August. I'll have to go back and look at.
I'm watching it right now.
Ricky's pulling it up right now.
So there's the pick. You know, Okay, there's two things here that I'm looking at. Number one,
So it's not a block in the
it's
back.
on the side.
It's not technically it's not a block in the back
Mm-hmm.
because it happened in front of the play.
Mm-hmm. So there's
It could
that
have been
one.
a block from behind.
Unless he's talking about that light push right before the end zone. So like that one's on the side, 66 falls. But that's barely a push on 65.
You said wide open space.
So it's got to be the one
gotta
on
be that
66 of the Chiefs. It's got to be that one right there. But he even hits him from the side.
Yeah, I think there's a difference between like block in the back versus like block from behind.
Yeah.
Because I think that if you were going to call a penalty on that, block from behind, I think would have been the call.
Mm-hmm.
No, the open field he was running, then push from behind. Yeah, Jay August, we watched the play, and it could be like he was. I don't know if he was tackled.
Mm-hmm.
Tackling might be a bit of an overstatement. Regardless, I don't think the Chiefs were really coming back in that one.
It does not change.
Dennis
the
is
outcome.
asking, who is the GOAT at quarterback, Brady or Mahomes? I think right now it's Brady.
It's Brady.
I think Mahomes definitely has a shot to get there. 3 Super Bowl wins, 5 Super Bowl appearances, more than Brady had at the same time in their respective careers. Now, Brady, obviously, you can basically split his 2 careers in half, and you'd have 2 Hall of Fame careers.
I'd say this, though.
So, Mahomes still has a long way to go.
I've said this before. I know there's a little biasy in this because the
I would
source.
still say Brady. Yeah.
I agree with, I think it's Cameron Jordan, who played with the Saints.
Yeah.
If we're talking GOAT, Tom Brady.
Yeah.
Because when you think about the GOAT, it's how much you won, how many Super Bowls.
Accomplishments.
If I'm talking best quarterback, it's Drew Brees. He's got all the accolade, like he's got the passing yards, the statistical, like this is the best quarterback.
Yeah, I think
he just didn't win like
most
Brady
talented
did.
Quarterback or best quarterback in terms of talent level, I think that can be debated across several players. GOAT, I would agree with you, Ricky, though. Tom Brady. William Manor saying, if you want to go there, Micah Parsons gets held every play, and it was called twice last season. Look, I think there's holding on a lot of NFL plays. I think if there's one call that the officials don't get, it's holding. There's a holding on pretty much every NFL play on somebody. And that is definitely frustrating. I'm sure, for Micah Parsons, it's especially frustrating because he tends to get to the quarterback very quickly when he does not get help.
When he does not get help.
Yeah. So, look, we can criticize the officials a lot. Ty Percival saying it's so bad with Parsons. And I agree on the holding calls. I think, that's definitely something where the officials can clean it up a little bit, or they have to clarify exactly what the rules are with blocking and holding. Because I do agree that the holding penalties should be more prevalent. Jay August saying stats can be meaningless. Yes, they can be, but I don't think Drew Brees' stats were meaningless. I think Drew Brees was failed by a lackluster defense and some poor officiating. So Drew Brees did not have there are plenty of stats that are meaningless. A lot of guys like, the accumulation stats, like Phillip Rivers is going to accumulate a ton of stats because he played for so long. Ben Roethlisberger, he won a couple of Super Bowls, but his passing stats are really up there only because he played for such a long time. He really didn't have those lights-out passing numbers until later in his career. But Drew Brees, those stats were not meaningless stats.
No. I will say this, though. You answered the question, like, would the block in the back in that Steelers Super Bowl mattered? Absolutely, because that was right before halftime.
Right before halftime.
Made it 17-7. If it doesn't happen, it stays 10-7.
Yeah.
Third quarter, Steelers would have kicked a field goal, made it 13-7. Then the 3 touchdowns or the comeback by the Cardinals would have made it 23-13. And then basically the touchdown by Santonio Holmes would have tied it. Wouldn't have been for the win.
Could have potentially, instead of going for those late
Bingo.
deep shots,
Could have kicked a field goal. Bingo.
Yeah.
Could have changed the game completely.
Brady had a top defense. Brady did have a top defense, especially early in his career.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Tom, the thing with Tom Brady was early in his career, he wasn't the sort of racking up stats quarterback, right? I mean, 2007 was really when the floodgates opened.
No, the math is wrong. The Santonio Holmes would have made it 23-20. They would have had to try an onside kick.
Ah, okay.
Which, if they get it, cool. They could get a chance to win it. But Cardinals could have won 23-20.
Yeah.
Kurt Warner, another Super Bowl.
Brady, by the end of his career, was putting up huge numbers and did not necessarily have the top defense.
Mm-hmm.
By the end of his career, Brady had racked up the numbers to go along with the Super Bowl wins.
So I was going to say for a second, there was a while no orders were coming in, but now we got an influx of orders. Practice squad single, 1 to go.
Okay, 1 to go in that practice squad single.
Halfway to go on the practice squad double.
Hopefully that practice squad, we can add some people into that chase wheel spin at the end of the show. But practice squad single again, 11 headliners left, 18 boxes in that practice squad.
Next year's Super Bowl, go.
Oh, well,
Not holding you to it, but who do you think?
there's so much can change with free agency and the draft. Next year's Super Bowl, I'm going to say, I'm obviously biased towards the Packers, but I'm actually going to say Lions, Ravens.
I'm going to go a little bit different
I'm
from
going to
you.
say Lions, Ravens.
I'm going to go with the Super Bowl we could have had this year. Chiefs, Commanders.
Okay.
I think Jaden Daniels gets it done in year 2.
All right.
He gets there. He's got it. Bear fans are saying... I don't know what Bears fans are saying.
Think about the Commanders. And look, I think Jaden Daniels is phenomenal. He showed that he has so much potential in terms of being an all-time great quarterback. Obviously, Cliff Kingsbury, as the OC, he's kind of found his sweet spot.
The guy the Bears should have hired.
Dan Quinn is a very steady head coach after some rocky times as a head coach with the Falcons.
Hey, he made a Super Bowl.
But he
with
made
the
a Super Bowl.
Falcons.
So, you can't have that as a knock against him. Dennis is saying Bills versus Lions. And Dennis, we've got one team there. Omar is saying 49ers playing a Super Bowl at home. Ty is saying Bills, Lions.
See, here's the thing about the Lions, though, and I'm not saying this is a...
Jay August is saying, remember when Deshaun Watson was amazing in his first few years?
I'm not saying they're dead in the water, but I do think the losing Ben Johnson and Aaron Glenn is going to hurt the Lions a little.
Bit. Yeah, it's going to hurt a little bit. But I think the thing with Jaden Daniels and the Commanders specifically, we talk about regression to the mean and law of averages, and one-score games tend to sort of even out.
Like it did in the Super Bowl.
Commanders won, I believe, 4 games. Forget about one score. They won it on legitimately like the last plays of the game.
Yeah.
There were 4
Like the
games
Bears
that they won
game.
in like the final 10 seconds.
The Bears game, because,
it's unlikely that happens again.
Eberflus couldn't, Eberflus couldn't notice, hey, my cornerback isn't even, or my safety isn't even watching. I have a timeout. Let me call timeout. Get him off the field. Put someone in there that's actually going to guard the play.
But yeah, I mean, the Commanders won 4 games in essentially the last 10 seconds of the game, and that's very hard to replicate.
I mean,
now, they have the
people
talent.
said the same thing about the Chiefs, too, though.
Hey, they have the talent, and they have the offensive minds to make it work. So I wouldn't be surprised. But I do think there's some regression coming in terms of the record.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
You might be right.
The Eagles will not be going anywhere.
The AFC is going to be
will
interesting.
Hopefully come back.
The
Dak and CD.
most interesting team heading into next year for me, the Raiders. They finally have a... I'm not saying Antonio Pierce wasn't.
Okay.
They finally have a competent head coach.
Okay.
Now, the talent, they need a quarterback.
The most interesting team for me in the offseason will be the Rams.
Okay.
But heading into next season, in terms of overall outlook, I think it's the Bengals.
Bengals.
The Bengals.
The Saints.
Saints
I don't think Kellen Moore is no slouch.
Yeah.
What are they going to do with Derek Carr? Because I don't think he's the future.
But yeah, Bengals will definitely be the most interesting team because I think they'll bring all these guys back.
Yeah.
Rams will be the most interesting in the offseason.
Well, the other most interesting...
Lord knows what they're going to do.
Talking about off-season moves, we got him in the vault on an authentic flash. Where does Myles Garrett go?
Where does Myles Garrett go? Where does Myles Garrett go? That's going to be big.
He's going somewhere.
He's going to be traded.
But who's going to give up the price to get him?
Who's going to get him? Yeah.
Who would you say is the driver's seat to get Myles Garrett if you had to? Because I haven't really heard any hey, this team.
I haven't heard anything. But as far as teams that like to make splashy moves and make big trades happen, I'm gonna say a team that has some ammunition with draft picks and could make a run. I'm gonna say the New York Giants.
The Giants
make a play for Myles Garrett.
Huh.
I think they make a play for Myles Garrett.
The New York Giants, you think? You can get Myles Garrett
Jay
right
August
now.
waiting to see what Green Bay does, but I'm biased. I feel you there, Jay August. I'm also waiting to see what Green Bay does. I'm a big proponent of bringing Devontae Adams back into the fold, reunite him with Jordan Love, get Jordan Love a number 1 wide receiver.
They played together? They played together his first year?
So Jordan Love's first start, Devontae was playing.
Oh, okay.
They must have had several practice reps. They must have been together in practice. He's familiar. They're familiar with each other's game.
Mm-hmm.
Dennis is saying Cowboys are the most interesting. Cowboys are always the most interesting team. It's never quiet with the Dallas Cowboys. Something's always going on with the Cowboys.
Let's see if this practice squad closed.
CD Lamb is in the new vault. Cowboys star receiver was hoping to get his quarterback back. Dak Prescott. I know conflicting opinions on Dak Prescott among the break room staff, but I know Common is a big fan. Dom is a big fan. I'm a fan of Dak Prescott. I think he can be a top 10 quarterback.
I was the Dak defender coming into this year.
The Dak defenders. That's what Common and Dom call themselves.
Yeah, I was a big, which I will say, I want to say Common was on the other side of me coming into the year. I was a huge Dak defender coming into the year. Thought he got too much blame, but then he got injured.
Robert Reese saying, show us the Tyreek lid again. This is the Tyreek lid. And I know it can be a bit confusing because you basically, everything reflects in it.
Yeah.
So it can be hard to kind of see exactly what it's like, but it is really clean. It's got a nice blend of the Dolphins green and orange. You got Miami on the front.
Well, let's see. Might be our last break. We gave them the time. Let's do a practice squad single.
All right. Practice squad single coming up.
Ty
Percival saying Parsons wants Garrett.
I'm going to be honest.
Micah Parsons wants a lot of things to happen for the Dallas Cowboys.
Everyone in this single, be thankful for Chinmay because you know how many minutes you gave them to fill this? 22.
Okay. Hey.
That's a Chase wheel spin that's getting added to.
I'm
what's coming out here in the practice?
Man of the people.
man of the people. So real quickly though, the Myles Garrett, ESPN has 3 teams. That is the sweet spot to trade for him. Tell me if you think any of these teams will land him. The Bears, the Colts, or the Commanders.
I was saying Colts was another one I was thinking about. I could see the Colts. I don't know if the Bears will do it.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Bears will do it.
They have 4 that are
I could see the Colts. I could see the Colts and the Commanders doing it.
They have 4 additionals that would put this team over the top. Bills, Lions, Chargers, and Eagles.
Okay. I don't think Eagles do it after the performance from their T-line.
They don't need to. They don't need to.
All right. Practice squad single. Let's get this done and put all you guys in the Chase Wheelspin. Practice squad single. Go ahead. Drop me a box number. Corey Schilling, Ty Percival, Omar Ramirez Nieves, William Manor, Michael Convey, Steve Plecki, David Murak, and Jason Smorowski. Ty Percival ready all with the box number 9. He's saying 9 in the practice squad. 9 is available. And that's what we will go with in the practice squad. We did 8 in the practice squad. Yep. Thank you, Ty. Get these randomized. Eight on the dice. Corey Schilling, you've got the NFC North. David Murak in the NFC South. Michael Convey in the NFC East. Ty Percival in the NFC West. Stephen Plecki in the AFC North. Omar Ramirez Nieves in the AFC South. William Manor in the AFC East. And Jason Smirofsky in the AFC West. Practice squad single coming up here.
I've been conditioned. Every time I hear the word Jason, I just want to go, Derulo.
Did Jason Derulo do a halftime show?
I don't think
Say
so.
that he. I don't think he has. Anyway.
Actually, no. Well, he performed at a pre-game show in 2023, but no halftime
it doesn't
show.
count. Doesn't count. Not a halftime show.
He did the pre-game show.
Did the pregame show. Not a halftime show.
Not a halftime show.
Well. We waited for you guys to fill up the practice squad, and the wait was worth it. Star defensive end for the Las Vegas Raiders. It is Max Crosby.
The Condor.
On the authentic. Congratulations, Jason Smirofsky in the AFC West on the Max Crosby authentic in the practice squad. Max Crosby, another guy who I know they said they're not going to trade him, but Max Crosby, another guy who could potentially be on the move if the Raiders, don't get off to a good start, and they think they're in a developmental phase with the quarterback. He could be gone.
I know there was a lot of Bears fans that wanted Crosby.
Yeah. Certainly a player who can wreck games. Max Crosby. Mad Max on the Raiders authentic. Ty Percival saying nice hit. Congrats. William saying nice hit as well. Nice hit for Jason there in the AFC West in the practice squad for Max Crosby authentic.
Actually, for right now, you could leave them out. We got room. We're just doing a chase wheel spin.
We got room for Crosby, so we'll keep him out.
He is a headliner hit.
We don't rate the Raiders
RN4L.
lids don't often get put on the desk, so
Max Crosby, his favorite hashtag to use, RN, the number 4L. I'll let you guys decipher what that means because I can't say what it means, but
yeah.
Chinmay's like,
I say refrain from that real quick. Okay, so I see on the site 3 spots to go in the practice squad double. I see 5 to go in the diamond double, and 4 to go in the slabs as the closest break. 4 to go in the minis as well. New minis, 4 to go on the on that as well. So 3 to go. So that practice squad double
it's been creeping.
is probably the closest. It is the closest with 3, and that is correct. 3 spots.
It's been creeping. The last order we got for the double was at 217.
Okay.
So it has been a hot minute since someone's bought into that.
So I'm gonna give you guys out there until 235.
Okay.
And if one of those breaks hasn't moved, we'll do the chase wheel spin at 235. So practice squad double, diamond double, slab, and mini, the new mini double. Those are the breaks that are the closest to happening. If any of those don't move in the next 6 minutes or so, we'll do the chase wheel spin and we'll knock those out then on the next show.
Surprised no one has touched that halfback room, but hey, maybe we'll do it during the 3 p.m. show.
Yeah. That halfback room again, 20 boxes. And I should say backfield room because there's a fullback in there, Mike Allstott. That is a 20 boxes, 15 headliners in those 20 boxes. So again, 75% chance at a headliner there in that backfield room series. And again, the price point on that might be a little higher than one of these other diamond or vault series. So I can understand why that might be a little slower to move. But some great helmets in there, and my propensity to pull LT has, you're basically asking for an LT helmet. Unfortunately, it looks like the Mahomes will not get there this time around for me. But maybe
they'll test me.
Maybe we'll go in the 3 p.m. show this time for Ricky because 3 in a row Mahomes. I might just be kicked off the noon show Saturdays. Common will be like, hey, it was a great run, man, but we can't have you Saturday at noon.
I'll say this. David wanted to see it. He got into so David was the only one that got into a vault. He got into the quad box. Okay. He wanted to see it. He wanted to see if Chinmay could another
go
Mahomes.
3 in a row on Mahomes.
He's like, hey, you know what? I just end up in that AFC West. It's all gravy at this point. Plenty of double ups in both the vault and the backfield series because they haven't done a box yet.
Yeah,
so of
course plenty of opportunities. If you land in that NFC East spot, you can get the Staubach Pearson dual signed as well as the CD Lamb helmet. Also Malik Neighbors in the NFC East. If you're in the NFC North, you got Jordan Love, Brian Urlacher on the double there. If you are in the NFC East or NFC North, you can also get Justin Jefferson. You can get the Bears, Packers, and Vikings all there in the NFC North in the vault. So, and DJ Moore as well, secondary headliner there. So plenty of opportunities in that vault. Yeah, the vault ticker does need to be updated. Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right, Jay August. Thank you. Good catch.
Feels really nice. Now I got my hair buzzed. Putting my head against the brick and feeling how cold the brick is.
All right. So I said 2:35. So it is 2:33 right now. So 41 people watching across all 3 platforms. So if you're interested in having a break happen, practice squad double, minis, slabs, and the vault double are the closest to fill. If those get filled in the next 2 minutes, one of those gets filled, we'll do that break. Otherwise, we'll go to the Chase wheel spin and we'll leave stuff for the next show. Whatever you guys want to do, those are the breaks that are the closest to happening.
Man of the people, Chinmay. He's trying to get you guys some free money in that Chase wheel spin.
Yeah, the practice squad is part of the Chase wheel spin. So if that break does happen here, you will be entered in the Chase wheel spin for a gift card at the end of the show. I think I spun 30 on the first one and 61 on the second one. So everything is setting up for 92 here on the Chase wheel spin. If we go plus 31. Each time.
We'll play a game that Dom and Common usually play at the night show. I know it's not as much, but I'm going to ask you, what do you think your box count is right now?
I want to say 12. Up. 15. 17.
Close. 18.
18.
Did 18 boxes so far.
The Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning.
18 boxes. No slouch for a Saturday noon show. Double box will give you an even 20.
Mm-hmm.
So Chinmay's really trying to do it. Wants that even 20. Gotta hit my quota.
Hits of the show. I mean, I personally like obviously the Jordan Love, but the Kittle Henry and Hill.
So what would be your gold? Because mine is easy.
I'm gonna say Tyreek on the gold.
So you're going with the Tyreek. I'm gonna hand this over to you.
No, I got you. Going with
So you can
Tyreek
show
as
it
the
off.
gold. Going with Tyreek as the gold here.
I gotta go with Kittle.
Kittle's the silver for me.
I'll do Tyreek silver. So we'll switch in that regard. The
So that's
bronze is where it gets difficult.
This is the Kittle that was pulled
Absolutely beautiful.
earlier today. That's 1 and 2.
Bronze gets interesting because I'm gonna lean Malik Neighbors because the inscription.
I like the inscription on Neighbors. I'm actually gonna lean Derrick Henry though.
That's what I thought you were gonna do.
On the.
Which is a hard choice for me because I love the Lunars. They're my favorite lid that we get in the break room.
It's 2:35, and I don't see any movement.
Nope. No orders since 2:26.
On the orders, so we'll go to the Chase wheel spin. Get the randomizer up, so all the names are in. You got 8 clicks on the randomizer. Michael Convey.
There he is.
You have got the Chase wheel spin here. Robert Reese saying Tyreek gold, Kittle silver, Henry bronze. He
agrees with you.
He won the Tyreek.
There's no wrong answer.
Maybe that's why he likes Tyreek as the gold. Michael, if you're out there on the Chase wheel spin, tell me what number you'd like to start on. Otherwise, I will start on 1 for the Chase wheel spin. Yeah, there's no wrong answer.
It's all personal preference.
I think Tyreek and Kittle 1, 2 can go either way, but after that, I think there's a lot of great options here. Obviously, the Jordan Love Packers helmet, I could be biased towards, but I just think the Henry one
flexes are
is a little bit different.
Flexes are gonna reign supreme.
Yeah, the Henry is a little bit different. I like the artwork on that one, but the classic Packers lid can't go wrong there. Bradley agrees with Todd. Tyreek gold, Kittle silver, Henry on the bronze.
Yet again, I think it's because what's my favorite color? Red. I'm gonna lean towards the red sometime.
I think Bradley is swayed by the Henry because he won the Henry helmet. All right, I don't see Michael with a number to start, so I'm just gonna spin here for Michael on the Chase wheel spin. We didn't get in the 90s. 42.
42 for Michael
42
Convey.
for Michael Convey. Congratulations, Michael, on the Chase wheel spin. That gift card should be coming your way.
It's at 42.
42. Well, like I said, the bad news is we didn't get to pull the Mahomes.
It's coming.
But the good news is that we pulled a lot of great stuff. Tyreek Hill, George Kittle, Derrick Henry, Max Crosby, Malik Neighbors, Jordan Love. What you see on the table, but there was the Bijan Robinson helmet as well. And we pulled the Joe Montana card. Pulled a lot of great stuff in the Michael Irvin jersey as well. A lot of great stuff here. Saturday noon show. There were some technical issues, and we apologize for those, and we thank you all for bearing with us as we got that sorted out. Thankfully, we did not mess up a headliner that was in the wrong box. That would have been particularly bad, but we appreciate everybody for the patience and understanding as we sorted through some of those issues. Ricky, your final thoughts on this Saturday show here at noon?
Great show. It's always nice working with you, Chinmay. Go Gunners.
Go Gunners. We will see you all on the other side of this break at 3 p.m. Ricky will take over as the host for that show. Thank you guys for tuning in.